Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is CJ and your boy Ammo here. We're going to be bringing you some Texas RL action here, live from Austin, Texas, at Game Republic. Got a little tournament going on here. We got we got 4 teams. We got 4 1v1 players, and got a little bit of money on the line here. This is our second monthly local.
Yes, it is.
I should probably pop chat up so they can tell us that we are way too loud or way too quiet. But, yep, here we go. We're going to be getting into this first one here pretty shortly. We have the teams going down swinging, which consists of Daniel and Gremlin. And we've got Dudat and Jack. Oh, wow. They started immediately.
They're going right away. Let's see what happens here. Oh, man. Looking forward to this. Daniel's able to pop it up. Dudat's clearing it from the backboard, though. Teammates waiting for the pass. Going to carry it up the wall. Probably going to go for the air carry here. See if he can get a second touch. Looks like Daniel's going to get there first. Daniel's got a little bit of boost, but I think he can get down there. Let Dudat challenge. See if he can get that 50-50. All right.
Gremlin with a shot on goal there. Good save from Dudat, representing Texas. Actually, 3 of the players in this match from that University of Texas here in Austin. Daniel being the other one, so it'd be Daniel, Jack, Dudat, all UT players.
Jack able to get the ball back into the corner. Let's see if anything can happen from that middle pass. No, Dudat looks like he's got a good handle on that. Jack probably get a cover on it. Jack gets a good clear there. Let's see if he can follow up with that.
Going to be a little bit louder here. All right. So, 1 minute down. Pretty even game so far, actually. This is the number 1 seed versus the number 4 seed, so it's actually
going a little bit, pretty decent competition right now for the difference in the seed. They're still pretty much filling each other out, seeing what everybody has in terms of mechanical ability. That's what happens a lot of these times when you're working with these tournaments locally. You don't hear a lot, so you got to get used to what people can and can't do. You know, what really you have. Oh, off the post there, and we got Dudat going to follow that goal off the post. As I was saying, it's when you're doing this, get to know these players, you got to kind of respect them the first time through before you get used to them. So it's really just making sure that you cover all possibilities here.
Yeah, no one. The 3 of them do know each other. They've played quite a bit, but Gremlin is definitely the odd man out here. He's played at, I think, every single local tournament we've had here in Austin, though. So, just not that well known of a player, that's for sure.
Understood. And it also helps when you do this multiple times. Oh, Jack able to do a nice little fake there, get that 50-50 and get it in the goal.
Yeah, just snuck it on past him.
And it really helps when you do these local lands or any other kind of tournaments online. You get that experience to be able to come in and you know, get those jitters out early and kind of get used to it.
2-0 now for UNCC number 0. A little play on some college carball action there.
Gremlin going for that backboard clear, able to come back down. Let's see if we can get a challenge. Daniel was able to push to the left side of the field. Jack waiting patiently for his teammate to take care of it. Probably going to go back, make sure he gets a good cover on the net. Really no rush here.
Not much aggressiveness coming out of going down swinging right now. They seem to be a little bit too content letting
nice.
UNCC do stuff like that, just going right over them, not even challenging that.
Well, he gets that fantastic 50-50 there, able to read that off the backboard. Fairly simple mechanical follow-up, very well done. I think they got to challenge that a little bit earlier when it comes off that backboard, get that angle, cut it down. They should be able to get the save on there, but probably still just getting a feeler out for each other here.
Yeah, I don't think Daniel had any idea that Dudat was going to be able to get to that with that second touch there. That was quite the recovery that he got coming off of that bump / 50-50 he had.
Exactly, and when you have those challenges, it really helps too. And I could see him take his air roll and just kind of lean into it a little bit. That way your collar doesn't wobble when you're going after those second shots when you want to do that follow-up.
Do you have any idea what's going on with the I'm going to try it. I have no idea why the why it's still showing up there that they, oh, there it goes. It finally left that they had joined the match the entire time. We had just been left that up there on the screen.
Jack able to get that 50-50. Dudat's going to take his time, challenging. Gremlin able to take care of that. Gremlin coming off the side, pushing it up. Daniel's following him over. Going to hang back a little bit, see what happens in the play. Jack probably looking for that dribble, maybe a flick coming up here.
Ooh.
Oh, goes for the reverse. Little bump on Gremlin.
Does he have a white halo?
He does.
That's probably worth more than my entire car. Daniel with the wide open net there. I was trying to check chat, and I did not even see how that happened. Just
they both double committed.
Yeah, and he just caught him out there. Very good reactionary play there from Daniel, getting that. There we are. That pop over them. Get that first goal on the board for going down swinging.
All right. We'll see if they can build any momentum off of it. It'd be nice to see a good follow-up here. If nonetheless they got something under their hoods to start going and building off of.
Mm-hmm.
Jack challenging, going to take that boost while we see if Gremlin can make something off that wall. Dudat's there to challenge. Daniel coming back, able to make a decent 50-50. Really just stalling for time while he has no boost. Dudat's going to come off the wall here, possibly go for that pass to Jack, but looks like he's going to wait for the smart play, which he does, but Jack going off the crossbows there.
Hey, Aaron, did you sign up? No, you just showed up? What's up? Mr. Amongstar has driven on up here just to hang out and say hi to us.
All right. Gremlin taking off the wall. No boost. Can't really do much. Hopefully he's communicating that to Gremlin.
30 seconds to go in this first game on stream that we've had. We did have one game before this. 2 goals down is going down swinging. Oh, was that? They going for a team pinch there?
It looks like they were. Dudat's put it in the corner. Daniel makes a smart move. No boost. Let's see if his teammate's there to follow up on that.
He's probably yelling at him too, but he was not there. With 5 seconds to go, it looks like this game is definitely going to go to UNCC number 0's favor. That's going to give us a 1-0 series score here. Swing on back to us. How y'all doing?
Going down swinging, not doing too bad. Honestly, not a lot of mishaps there. A little bit slower pace. I feel like they got to kind of control the ball a little bit more. Definitely work on challenging when they need to, because they weren't really making those challenges and those smart plays to get those wins on those 50-50s.
Yeah, and they definitely. So these guys did not have teammates coming into this.
They did not.
No, Gremlin kind of thought he had a teammate that would be here. He did not show up, and he canceled on us. And then Daniel only signed up for once.
Yeah.
So I just threw them together. So they have never played before.
Okay.
So it's entirely possible we see an entirely different team coming out for this next one. Got about 15 seconds here before we get into this. Hell, I might just start it right now. I'll see if my macro works. Check this out. Yeah. Yeah, we get a little Amongstar action in here on the casting. Let's see. Did I actually get that to director mode?
Server switch, please. 8 ping.
8 ping, guys. We have 8 ping, and the guys are asking for a server switch.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
oh, what a shot. Oh, and what
Jack
a save.
able to get into that corner there. Good placement by Daniel. Better save by Jack. That was well done. Looks like they're actually going down swinging. I'm sure they never heard that before. Gremlin, they're able to cycle back there. Oh, but there's that open net. Dudat is able to get that goal.
Sorry about missing that, guys. I'm trying to... I got new hotkeys. It should have worked better, but it did not work better. First goal for Dudat, who is... I think he's carrying Jack. So Jack is technically ranked higher, but it looks like Dudat's doing all the scoring so far.
And still looks that going down swing was able to get a good start on this. Let's see if they can follow up. They're only 1 goal down. Still plenty of time left in the game. Still plenty of reason to kind of feel them out and see what they can do here. Jack's back, bad positioning. Daniel was able to get that 50-50. Let's see if we can get the center there.
Oh.
Pass back.
Gremlin's got the touch. It goes towards the center, but those guys have got to both be out of boost by this point. This can be very dangerous for a counterattack. Daniel making the smart decision to go back. Oh, Jack has lost the ball. Gremlin could have capitalized on that. Almost does still.
Jack with no boost, but he's just put it in right in the middle there, and that might, nope, saved by Dudat, well done. got to be really smart when you don't have any boost. Make plays like that. You're going to put it right in the middle of the net and possibly let the other team score. Jack's got full boost coming down. Let's see if he can get something out of that. Gremlin's able to make the stop. Jack hits it right back in the middle for the pass, but it looks like Daniel's up. Gremlin's still waiting in net, seeing what's going to happen here, respecting the possibility, but it looks like UNC is going to go back and recover and do that with a fantastic dunk there.
Just read Gremlin's touch here where he pops it up and he basically sets him up. There's not a single great pass in the chat. I'm very surprised. This is a low toxicity LAN happening right now, which is always nice.
And, open net, hit to the crossbar. Little misstep on the kickoff there by Jack. They're able to recover and get that save.
Definitely seeing a lot more pressure coming out of the orange team. The going down swinging guys. Tons more pressure. They have had probably about 90% of the ball in the blue half of the field this game, but still down 2-0.
And I think a lot of that has to do with their double committing and leaving that back for the counterattack because they're still not really rotating back. And
Was that
Daniel
an own
with a mistouch, but able to recover off that. That would have been bad.
Yeah, that would have been the last of their morale probably. Nice attempt at a half flip. Oh, and he gets it past Jack. Not expecting that.
Gremlin trying those half flips, but not able to pull them out.
He's getting some 3/4 flips in there, but it worked out for him. He got the pressure down there. And Daniel's going to have ball control, but loses it to a bump from Jack.
Gremlin's got to stop clearing that ball to do that there. That's going to be the second time he happened where he's coming up on the side of the wall. In those kind of situations, you got to make sure you have more control. You can slow down for a dribble or just get that hard clear away as far as you can.
Yeah, definitely. That's a mistake that a lot of us lower ranked players will make. Like, hey, there's the ball. It's on our side.
Daniel going for the air dribble there. Had the angle for it, but unfortunately did a little bit of a feels backboard on that. Jack going for the dribble, pushing in the middle. Daniel's there to clear to the side. Put it in the corner. Let's see if we can get a good clear off of this. That's there. Gremlin's going to be able to follow this up. Let's see if he can get something on the side. That corner, man, that corner bugs me so much when I play because you go in for that jump and you can't push out at all. Daniel dribbling this. Let's see if he can get it over.
Good challenge there from Jack. Just meeting him head on. Nothing, not trying anything fancy. Oh, Gremlin has lost that. Dudat gets it past Daniel but cannot get it onto net. Dudat here with another chance. He's going to pop that up. Jack playing nice and calm. They've got 1 minute, 15 seconds here to basically waste time and hold on to that 2-0 lead. Oh, that was probably a bad decision there from Daniel to let that bounce off the wall and wait for it to hit the ground. Dudat capitalizes on it, going just over him.
Dudat able to get that second touch, follow it off. That was going post, but he read that post right away. Was able to follow that up.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to throw yourself in there. As long as you're between the outside of the post there and the inside, or where the ball's bouncing, that'll usually go in.
Jack with a fantastic touch, cancels that flip, goes right to Dudat, and that's going in.
4-0 now for UNCC, number 0.
And it looks like Blue's really finding their rhythm there and finding out their passes.
Yeah, they were screwing around a little bit there in warm-ups, that's for sure. So maybe they're just now getting on their game, and they'll need that going into the next one, which will be winners finals here very quickly. 1 minute, 47, 46 seconds left now in this game. It's probably all but one for the blue team.
Daniel able to get that challenge on Jack. Jack had a pretty good shot there. Daniel did make that challenge. Gremlin again pushing it out. Getting pretty good here at the clear, but again puts it into Jack. A really good 50-50 from Gremlin. As much as this is about mechanical skill, you also got to make sure you make smart decisions in the net. That's going to be the best thing you can do.
And after this, I'm just going to go ahead and call this for UNCC. Going down swinging does have a lower bracket run to attempt. Got to go up against Kid and YLQK. I forget what their team name is at the moment. Oh, there's a good goal there for Daniel. You know, momentum going into this next one.
That's always good. pretty good pressure coming out for Daniel. Good read and just good opportunity that he took. It's going to help them going on in a lower bracket. Of course, we know Kid took it last time at the Austin Monthly Local.
Well, he did, but he took it with Alec.
Yeah.
And that's, you know.
Well, that's what he said. We walked in there and we started saying, "Hail the champ," and he's like, "Well, I kind of got carried."
It kind of got carried, yeah. You know, he did his part.
Yes, he did. He really did, actually.
Where's my save button? Come on. Bam. And does that fancy little thing. So UNCC is going to take the first match we have here on stream. And we're going to go ahead and kick this back. Look at this. Watch this. Cool. Nice little wipe.
Very well done. Fantastic transition.
If you are just joining us, we've got a couple more people here from before. We are at Game Republic in Austin, Texas. We're just north of UT, probably a mile or two.
Yeah,
something like that. And we are going to be here for a couple more hours if you want to swing on by. Just come in. It's free to, walk in and come watch. Or you can come play. There are plenty of more PCs to come play on, and we'd love to have you down here.
Definitely love the crowd.
So I'm going to shift us over to a quick break, and we're going to get the next game set up for you. It should be happening here very quickly, so don't go anywhere.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear, like an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun, running, running, no, hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no, keep running. Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running low. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running low. Keep running low. Running low, keep running. I'm running low, keep running. Like an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running low, keep running. I'm running low, keep running. Like an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun.
Let this be another knot to tie around my bed at night. I know I've lost the fight. To erase your face, my mind. Awake, I lie here staring up beyond the sky. There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
How is everyone doing?
Welcome back to Texas RL. We are again at Game Republic, down off of 45th Street here, waiting for Tortilla and Daniel to start up.
It's going to be a good match. It's going to be a good
It's going to be
match.
a fantastic match. Now, what thing are we supposed to...
We're going to be looking out for. I don't know. I haven't seen too much of these players other than the last monthly that we had, and it's going to be what I believe is a 1v1.
Yeah.
Okay, so last monthly I participated in the 1v1, and I got to see a little bit of everybody. As far as Tortilla, I played against him. It was his ability to have possession of the ball and be really aggressive. Now, that depends on who you're playing. Some people can push you to play differently and, excel, and some people are just good at doing that themselves. So I think Tortilla has the ability to push himself rather than just shadowing what his opponent is doing. As far as Daniel goes, we will have to see as we go ahead and move forward into the first game of this series.
Of course, Tortilla got an open there. Let's see if we can follow up with that. He took off his antlers and already gets a goal.
He's getting serious about
Yeah,
this.
he's taking his antlers off. There's only a couple of things that are allowed in RL. Big hats, roses, and then Tortilla took off his antlers, his signature. I think it makes the car lighter.
Yeah. Sometimes they can make it top heavy, and that can it's basically he's taking off the training wheels and saying we're going to go full at it as he go ahead and move to the second kickoff. Tortilla, it's coming in his favor. He's going to keep possession of it, and it's pretty good. I think he's going to have a good opportunity to get it downfield. It looks like on our screen, because it's in director's mode, it's like he's dribbling with ball cam on. He's obviously not doing that. If he is, then that's something that you should try to prevent yourself from doing, to getting a huge headache.
Daniel trying to go for that carry over him. Tortilla read that. Has, I think, a fair amount of boost. Daniel was able to take that. See if Tortilla can follow it up here. Daniel kind of just waiting to see his next move. Tortilla with a decent shot. Can you go over, steal that boost, and then bring it back?
It's a big possession game right now, and a lot of it's just Daniel shadowing what Tortilla's doing. Looks like he's setting the pace, and Tortilla's just trying to play a very conservative and a very smart game. But a lot of what we're seeing is him getting a nice shot on net, putting that on, making it 1-1. A little cheeky play there, bumping him and catching Tortilla out of the play.
Well, Tortilla came off the wall there, and he had a slight misstep where when you flip too low and your car starts bouncing around when you hit the back edge of it, that's exactly what happened, and he wasn't really able to recover completely. Daniel getting the better half of that win. Tortilla's probably going to head back here. Nope. Going to make a smart play, put it in the corner, and get that boost.
Keeping
Very
possession,
helpful.
yes, absolutely. Going off the wall, trying to do a little extra right now, and Daniel attempting to keep possession as well as boost, but he's not going to be able to do it. He's going to actually have to back off, but he's actually just staying with the ball and trying to minimize the amount of space that Tortilla has to do, which is really smart. Capitalizing on the pressure that he can make. Unfortunately, his lack of boost led to the demise and the goal on his net.
And Tortilla here was able to read this, put it off that goalpost, and just kind of put it back to himself. If you notice, a couple of times he's coming off the wall and he's canceling that front flip to maintain control to make sure that he can make that quick recovery in the next play.
Tortilla not able to stabilize his kickoff. Daniel doing a little bit of 360. What's going on? He lost a 50-50. He was showing off and he got punished for it.
Well, actually, he was just trying to. So right here, he comes off. He realizes he screws it up, and he actually does a mechanical brilliant thing coming off, but it's a little too much showy.
I don't know.
to
That looks a little
recover.
cheeky to me. That looks a little like a little BM. It's a little too early in the game, and he's down by 2 points.
All right, let's see what happens here. Tortilla getting the win off of that. Let's see if he goes for the boost. Goes for the hit, misses it, misses the boost.
Tough
We always dance with the boost. You have those days where you just try 8 or 9 times and you just can't seem to get it. Daniel with the carry, a decent flick. Is that going to go? No, a little high. Tortilla's got to challenge that, or Daniel's going to have that open net. Secondly, he flicked that. Tortilla should have been up to make that second touch right here.
He's giving him an opportunity, and Daniel is seizing it. Tortilla needs to swat that away as quick as possible. A lot of this is just a bit about comfort in establishing how fast the other player is going to play. We are seeing that Tortilla's kickoffs are pretty strong at the moment. And Daniel's ability to maintain boost and not overcommit to too many plays, it's just a little bit of messy mechanical mistakes that are going to creep in and really lead to the plays that we're going to see that are going to be the goals
Now,
for both these
Tortilla
players.
just went for the demo, didn't seem to happen, and the bump didn't seem to happen. Daniel's carrying it, waiting for the move. Tortilla's got plenty of boost, solve it, takes his own. Going to be fairly easy clear here for him. Playing pretty smart, no rush. That's going to be an open
needs to
net
be a
if
goal.
Yeah,
Taking it nice and slow. He's not putting it in immediately, trying to waste as much time as possible because he knows that not only does he have the lead, but he also has an open net, so he can just play that as slow as he'd like.
well, at that point, you go for the turtle shot. Really.
Oh, yeah, you got to add the style points. You know, I mean, you're on stream, so you might as well flaunt it a little bit.
No, I was talking to Tortilla earlier today. He said his goal is not even necessarily to win everything. He just wants to have one sick shot.
Absolutely. You want to get on the Rocket Dailies.
Exactly. Let's see if he can make that happen today. Tor's got a decent angle here. Goes for the 50-50 a la Fireburner. Not able to make that happen.
Playing physical, attempting to get it off the wall. No. Daniel's trying to maintain possession and gets it past Tortilla. Another overcommitment to the shot. Losing all his momentum and not keeping himself moving is what it looks like.
And Tortilla here absolutely had that, but he just...
He
made
hit
a
the brake.
misstep.
He hit the
Okay.
brake. He hit the brake, and it just lost all of his momentum, and he had to rethink his step and try to jump out and get it, but wasn't able to.
So Daniel's still very much into this, even though Tortilla has that goal lead. Daniel with a decent bump there. But Tortilla is going to try to put it in that right corner, and Daniel
Wow.
goes by. He had that, but I tell you what, he needed a back boost or something because Tortilla put a decent shot on net, and Daniel just watched it go right by him.
Accidental double tap, and instead of dodging into the shot, obviously had a good read on it and anticipating it to be a banger. It was not exactly what he was thinking what it was, but it ended up going into the net either way.
A lot of those times when you have that room and that boost, when you make that shot, you're waiting on the back left post of the net, and you're just waiting for them to make that shot to see exactly where you need to be to make that save. And Daniel had it, he just had a misstep. Tortilla here with a bit of an open net, gonna hit the post, let's see if he can get the rebound. And takes his time, gets it in net, it's a smart play.
Really slow play, but make sure it works. Doesn't push anything too much. Like we said before, he has the lead, so he doesn't need to do anything too risky to compromise and go all in, and that'll risk him from getting scored on.
Still very good chance Daniel can climb back up, plenty of time left. They're both making mistakes. I think Tortilla is honestly just playing a little smarter here, and that's what's keeping him ahead. Let's see what can happen.
Playing
Tortilla-
physically, getting to turn around. This is going to be a bit tough for him. He's going for the boost, and it looks like he's going for the demo. He's really aggressive right now. I mean, he has the lead. He doesn't need to be doing this.
And it looks like Daniel did a field side flip there, trying to get a bit of an air dribble, and that second touch just caused it.
This is going to be a goal if
Yeah.
he hits this. Bottom corner, plants it right in there, nice and tight.
Well done. And Tortilla had a jump reset there in case he needed a little bit more style.
Yeah, jump resets becoming a bit more meta as we've seen. Being able to perform these skills in a tournament environment, especially in a LAN environment, can be the game changer.
Absolutely. And I know for a fact Tortilla is fantastic at those ceiling shots as well. Don't see that really come into play in the ones unless you're, a few goals ahead. And Tortilla with a fantastic flick off the crossbar down in the net.
Not really having to do too much here. Just getting a nice flick. Daniel getting caught up on the side and actually feels backflip, man. Unfortunately, sometimes you set those new dead zones and they can be a little bit uncomfortable, and sometimes those land nerves can creep in.
Absolutely. The dead zone, I've never really used it too much. I got like 0.3, but I haven't really noticed a big difference in any kind of style of play with necessarily here for people. I know Tor made a change like that recently. It seems to be working out for him fairly well. Daniel able to get that. This might be a net unless... Yeah, that's going to be in net. Tortilla made a slight misstep. Daniel able to clear that into the goal.
Hard comeback for Daniel over here, but he's going to make the best out of it. A lot of these plays are more or less over-commitments and mechanical mistakes rather than pure skill. That doesn't mean these players have it, but a lot of these goals are just coming out from the mistakes of the two.
And the best thing you can do when you make those mistakes, recognize where they come and see if you can capitalize off of them. And Tortilla seems to be doing that best right now. Daniel, again, still holding in there pretty well, not doing anything too terrible at the moment. And he's got a lot to look forward to the next game if this score does hold on.
Slow dribble. Daniel with low boost.
Tortilla
No.
going for the bounce dribble, missteps. And he's got a bit of an open net.
And he misses it. a little bit caught up, but he's going to try to recover. It looks like he's going to have to pack his bags up and get ready for game 2, where he'll be put on match point within this series.
Tortilla able to get a decent clear off to the side, put down. He's got plenty of time here.
Ooh.
But Daniel with a fantastic bump.
Savage!
But then he misses the shot on net. Torres just kind of buying his time for the next game, as always Daniel should be. Again, not too terrible from both of these guys, but Tor was able to capitalize on those mistakes.
What do you think made the difference for Tortilla in this game?
Daniel, when Tortilla had plenty of mechanical mistakes, and a couple times we saw him come off the wall, not able to get that dribble off the wall. That is an incredibly difficult thing to do, kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. But what Tor was able to do was capitalize on the mistakes that Daniel had and get that down correctly to get those open nets or make those shots. Daniel, again, not too much that he did wrong, but Tortilla was able to take the mistakes that Daniel had and make goals out of them.
A lot more successful in his conversions of those. Tortilla's kickoff was actually a lot stronger than Daniel's, as we saw. He was able to get more possession of it. Daniel, in the very beginning, was playing very smart with his boost and was sure to make sure that he was starving out Tortilla. That's one of the main things that we started to lose sight of as the series or as the game went on. Daniel was more or less becoming frantic because of the lead that he was having to catch up to. And I want to see Daniel try and be a bit more aggressive and physically. We saw him try to play a bit physically, and it really didn't see anything like this. I want to see some demos. I want to see some sparks flying.
I want to see him control the pace of the game. I mean, if Daniel's going to win, he's got to make sure that he has possession and is being creative in what he's doing.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to be really difficult for him to get past Tortilla. I mean, he saw those 4 goals that he had on from Daniel's shots. If you're doing the same thing over and over, you're going to be as easy to read as the book. And if that's the case, then you're going to be a pretty bad set. But Daniel, starting off strong, getting the first goal of the game.
He was boost starving Tortilla the whole time. Tor had a missed shot there, trying to get it on the edge of his hood. Didn't get that clear. Daniel with a wide open net. Didn't even have to take his time. Had plenty to set up there and get that goal. Let's see if Tortilla can continue the trend of the good kickoffs. He looks like he's got it. Daniel's still able to get boost. Let's see if Tortilla challenges.
Daniel giving away possession immediately instead of going for the slow dribble or even taking it out of his side. Might be a little bit scared of Tortilla's physical play.
Certainly a possibility. Daniel making the pass, but that's basically a pass to Tortilla there. And if Tor plays this right, but Daniel able to make the save off the second shot from Tortilla.
Daniel has an opportunity now to slow dribble. Will he correct his mistake from the last time? Going up for a little bit of pop, getting on the back and losing the bounce on the ball. He's caught in a hard place, and he was trying to get that little 50-50, but he has an opportunity right now to turn it around, playing a little bit more physical as we're seeing, and Tortilla responding to that saying, no, you will not bump me around.
Yeah, Tortilla with a bump of his own. Gets the bump, puts the ball back towards his net, and I think Tortilla might have this. He might be crossbarred. Nope. Daniel able to get a piece of it, but a good shot from Tortilla to get that in net. Yeah, and Daniel certainly being a bit more aggressive. That's exactly what he wanted to see in this.
Being a bit more aggressive, an unfortunate goal due to the slow nature of Daniel coming after the mid boost and going straight back to his net. I mean, he's obviously showing what he needs to be doing, but he needs to execute and remain consistent. Those are the key factors to any good ones player.
Well, we got 3:40 left. There's still not really one person in control of this, so there's really a chance it could go either way. Let's see who's going to make those mistakes and who's going to capitalize them. Now, Daniel with a fantastic pass off the side, unable to get that goal on that. And Daniel's still just waiting to see what Tortilla is going to do here.
He's lost a dribble. Daniel has an opportunity, and it looks like he's going to go ahead and get possession of the ball. Tortilla with low boost. Is he going to be able to grab any on the way back, pick up those little pads? It doesn't always have to be the biggest canister.
Well, what is it, 48 on the back middle when you come all the way back? But it doesn't matter. Daniel's able to get that fall through the follow-up.
Playing smart, playing patient, and it pays off. He gets a goal, and he's able to remain in the lead. That's the main factor.
And Daniel had some good control there. He's able to come on from the inside of the back post and hold his slide button and get that shot on net just in time.
In Daniel's favor. He has an opportunity right here. Is he going to go for the boost? He's going to split it to the middle. That should be a goal. No, he splits it across the post.
2 touches and Daniel misses it. It can happen. A little bit of land nerves again, possibly. We don't know.
Bump, going for the player, playing a bit aggressive. Daniel does not need to play aggressive here. He just needs to play smart.
Tortilla's got to come up with something. I'm pretty sure he can put it in the net here. He's got enough boost. Gonna end up starving out Daniel, it looks like. Daniel going for the bump and missing. And Tor's just kind of biding his time, make sure that he makes a smart play.
Tortilla has an open net, taking his time. Daniel swatting that away, forcing Tortilla to go on the recovery. We're already halfway through the game, it looks like. Tortilla putting a nice shot on. Daniel not overcommitting to too many things, playing smart, and he's not taking too many risks that he doesn't need to be. He's obviously switched up his repertoire, and it's paying off.
Now, Daniel's got no boost, and Toro's been stealing that back boost on the way back. Let's see if he can make something out of it. I'm going to say fantastic shot from Tor.
Unfortunate that Daniel had initially attempted to go for the challenge and had backed off. Daniel getting the boost in the corner, seeing that Tortilla had a shot. There really wasn't too much to the shot. It was just a straight shot, and this just comes down to the ability to recognize the placement of the ball on the net.
Absolutely. And Tor had taken all those boosts on the side, and all that Daniel had was the small boost pads on the ground, not really able to make the changes he needs to in order to get where he needs to be to have those positional plays. Tor going to go, it looks like, for the goal here. Daniel would make the save, but leaves it under for Tortilla to score.
Centering the ball when he doesn't need to. You can see that he went onto the wall and he wanted it to go off the top of his car, boosting up a bit too far and having that come straight out and feeding it to the beast that is Tortilla.
And really what he was trying to go through there, and it's very difficult to do, is those wall doinks where right when it comes off, you want to have it clear hard off the nose of your car. Very difficult to do. Small misstep, and Tortilla was again able to capitalize. And as we talked, that's kind of what's going to happen. You're going to make those mistakes, and the player that can capitalize off those mistakes. Let's see if Tortilla can make something out of that here. He's got an open net, and he's going to make it happen.
Simple as a challenge. Daniel going for a very, very strong drift, not realizing how much time he may have had, and attempting to put that shot hopefully up in the air and forcing Tortilla to come out. Tortilla not falling for it and saying no, slapping that down and just taking a goal from that.
Well, Daniel's not in too much panic mode. He's still got time. Let's make sure that he actually does something with this time. Decent save there off of Tor. And he gets possession.
This should be a goal. He has more than enough time. Is he able to maintain it?
And
no. It's more or less being able to control the ball. Nice. He's able to put it in the net and take advantage of that.
There was a slight misstep here from Tortilla. He goes for boost, thinking that he would be able to make it back. He did, but Daniel was able to clear it over Tortilla off the wall. Still plenty of game left, and let's see if Daniel can make this pretty interesting.
Obviously, he is not in the lead anymore, so coming into this last minute, he will have to pick up his pace and his style of play, whether it be aggressive or a bit more controlling. But we're seeing obviously the challenges that need to be there and the amount of control. Tortilla getting in the way to try and frustrate Daniel.
Did he get that boost? Yes,
he did. Yeah. Nice little grab over there. Small things like that in the last minute can make it even harder. Not just with the boost, but also mentally to overcome. Is my opponent there? And it can make you take shots that you don't need to. Zero boost. It should be on net. They are tied with 40 seconds to remain. Who do you think is going to come out of this? It's so close at the moment.
I'm pretty sure Tortilla can make a step out of this. What happened is he goes for the wall pinch to bring it back into the blue side. Misreads it and pinches it back towards his own net. That thing happens. He didn't have enough boost. When you're making that decision, I'm going to say, I'm going to make that wall pinch, and I need to make sure I save enough boost for that back. Of course, Tortilla is able to win that kickoff. We've seen his kickoff game is very strong the whole time. Let's see if he can maintain that. 35 seconds left, but Daniel still's got a decent chance at this.
He's still got a great opportunity. He needs to fix his kickoffs, not only to prevent that type of thing from happening, but also to keep him in possession of the ball, because these last 35 seconds are going to be critical. Your opponent is going to be stealing your boost and going to be getting in the way. And look at that. Tortilla not respecting Daniel's shooting abilities.
Absolutely. And you can even say it better. It's Daniel goes over there, doesn't even bother for the boost, and he just gets it on that edge of the car, able to get it enough speed off of there to the wide open net. Tortilla is not really thinking that Daniel's going to go for a shot, possibly go after that boost.
5 and 5. 30 seconds to remain. Both of them took 5 seconds to put in their shot. If it's going to be this way, then they're going to both be aggressive players. Obviously, they're sticking their necks out and trying to remain as much possession as possible. Daniel getting the nice little pinch into the net. putting him up by 1 point with another 20 seconds to remain. Ugh.
And it looks like Tortilla didn't think Daniel had that inside touch there, and he let it just kind of happen and let it fall down. Did not challenge it, did not respect the fact that Daniel was going to get that slide off the right side of his car and put it where it needed to be.
Well, if we've known anything, Tortilla's kickoffs are very strong. This is going in his favor. He's able to get the boost. He has an opportunity to maintain possession and just slam it. Daniel shutting him down. He has an opportunity to not only control the rest of the game, but put another point on the board to make this even harder to come back from. A demo. Tortilla has an opportunity to dribble. He needs to get this on the top of his car.
He's got full boost, and he flops
Oh,
on that. He
that
flops
hurts.
on
That hurts.
Oh, maybe it was nerves. I think that had to be nerves that got him there. Daniel.
It looked. He had it. He had it for a moment, and it looked like he seized up. I could feel it, and it hurt.
Yes, it did.
It hurt.
It hurt to watch. You know what? Maybe he needs to bring back the antlers.
You know that might be the game changer.
He has the antlers on. The ball is obviously going to be held better. He can just spike it on there.
He's more used to the feeling of it, but we're going to move to match point for both of these players, moving into the third game of this best of three. What do you believe that Daniel made the necessary changes to make him the winner in this game?
Absolutely. He started challenging more right off the bat. He was being a bit more aggressive. He definitely capitalized on the mistakes Tortilla made. Tortilla not respecting the skills that Daniel had, and that caused at least 2 or 3 goals that was able to allow Daniel to come from behind and take this away from Tortilla. And as we saw again, Tortilla with a bit of nerves, the ball sliding off his car, plenty of boost at the end there to keep that dribble going on, but unable to capitalize with the clock ticking down.
He needs to forget that last moment of the game and move into this like it's 0-0. Playing like he did in game 1, he can take this away.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see if Tortilla can still keep that kickoff mechanic ready for him. Daniel trying to go for the side flip, not able to get a good touch. Same for Tortilla. Daniel just bringing it back to his own side, buying time until he gets boost. Making a change here. And we're getting directions just to move around and make ourselves look better on camera. Tortilla with a decent clear. Daniel going to follow that up. Good amount of boost. We're playing a lot faster here. I don't know if you noticed this. They're really trying to control the pace of the game, make it go a little bit quicker in their favor. Tortilla's going to follow this up. If you can get a good touch on this, you know what? In that situation, you should wait. You should wait until you can get on the front of the car. And it looks like Daniel's going to have the open net, but Tortilla able to get back and cause the mistake. He forced the mistake from Daniel, and that's going to hit post. Let's see if Daniel can get there. And he does. They're both making these small mistakes and not able to capitalize off of them.
As obviously this game 3 nerves that are coming in. Tortilla should be capitalizing on this, taking small touches. And will it be enough? Not enough. No, absolutely not.
You got to slow it down, bring it on the back left of your car to get that dribble, turn it a little bit harder. Wasn't able to do that. I know these guys can do that. They have that mechanical ability, but he didn't carry it back on the left side of his car to get that goal for him. A lot of mechanical mistakes coming out from both of these guys.
It's an open net. He better capitalize.
And he does.
The low boost scare there. Daniel thinking he was going to put it straight across net, getting a nice little fake, flying off to the side of the screen, and Tortilla just putting it straight in and saying, "I'm cool, I'm calm and collected. Don't even. Cool guys don't look at explosions. You just put it straight in."
Cool guys cause their break ankles, basically. Tortilla going for a little bit of a shot, just a bit of a nod to the shot, and that caused Daniel to fly all the way across there. Let's see if Tortilla keeps the momentum up. Daniel with a decent, clear right to Tortilla.
Into the corner.
Oh God, I hate those corners
Ugh.
all the time.
You're going to see it at higher levels, but when in those corners, people will challenge you because they know the ball has a less likely chance to bounce in an unpredictable place and somewhere that will most likely benefit on a goal for them. Ooh, Daniel implementing something that's really elusive, getting the flip, and the flip as your car comes around, the tip hitting the ball, and nice little touch off of it.
Tortilla with a nice flick there. Daniel doing a good job reading Tortilla and his dribbling ability, being very patient, and let's see, that was a good play from Tortilla to be able to get in there. Daniel had a decent shot at the net, Tortilla able to get there quicker. These guys are playing a lot faster, and Daniel able to get the equalizer off that challenge. Very well done.
Poor aerial 50-50 out from Tortilla. He had enough boost and came off of it, expecting Daniel to come up and be there a bit sooner. Instead, Daniel just botting his way through, going low on that aerial 50-50 and coming out to make this game even.
Who goes low? Apparently.
Apparently.
Daniel, yeah. Who goes low?
Well, hopefully the low road pays off as Daniel missing an opportunity to go and slam that across Tortilla, not in a position to score this. Instead, he's more or less trying to contain the ball. Daniel getting the bump and saying, get away, let me to possession. This should be a goal. And yes, it is Tortilla seeing that Daniel misplays and turns the wrong direction, missing his initial touch off the wall.
You know, a lot of times this will happen where they get a bit more physical, get a bit more speed on there, and just those simple touches you need to make those plays to steal the boost. Obviously, Tortilla was able to get there fast enough and capitalize again. That's kind of been the theme here. Daniel, again, missing, and that should be in net for Tor.
Nice little pull shot straight into the net. Another missed touch initially. He doesn't need to be putting himself in these positions. He still has time. 2 minutes are on the board, and he's just creating him a hole that's deeper and deeper and harder to get out of.
Well, Daniel did come back from it last match. Let's see if he can do it again. Really just got to calm yourself down. When you make those misses, the best thing you can do is make those smart decisions to cover back for the right angle. Let's see if Daniel can come back. Tor with a decent 50-50 here, plenty of boost. See, and he goes for the demo. Very well done. He's got plenty of time now. No rush for him.
No, he just can contain the ball, possess it, and do pretty much whatever he likes. He can score a few goals just to pad his lead, but as long as Daniel has an opportunity, it's gonna be an uphill battle for Tortilla to keep it away from him. He can only keep it away from him for so long.
Looks like Tor is going to go around the world here. And that was a dangerous play here, but he was able to recover. Daniel not able to capitalize off of the missed route in the world.
Coming off the wall, Daniel should be getting an opportunity to touch the ball soon. Tortilla just maintaining full boost and ball control. It doesn't look like he's doing much, but he's just keeping an eye and intervening when necessary. A missed touch. This should be a goal from Tortilla.
And Daniel there trying to, oh, let's see if Tor can get off the second touch. Not able to, but Daniel going for the desperation move, aerial off the middle of his net. Losing control, trying to force something when there's not really a play to be had. If you make mistakes in ones, you only have yourself. There's nobody back to recover for them, and Tor able to capitalize off of it.
Daniel needing to put in 3 goals. He has 15 seconds for each goal. If each kickoff goal is about roughly 5 seconds, and based off of his kickoff performance, it's going to be very tough. So he's going to have to not only play smart, but he's also going to have to play aggressively. Unfortunately, Tortilla is going to put in another shot. It's going to make this deficit even larger. 10 seconds, 4 goals. Do you think it's possible?
It's been done before. I don't know if Daniel's going to be able to do that. He's been making those mistakes all game. He goes for the clear. It gets to the back of the net, and Tortilla able to get the soft underside of his car and place it right down in the net.
It's a tough one for him. Obviously, he doesn't have the momentum in his favor, but Daniel says no. He needs to focus on what's happening now and not on the past. 30 seconds. It's becoming less and less of a possibility and more of how many goals can I prevent Tortilla from putting in on me. Going for the ceiling shot, kind of a declaration of surrendering, saying, okay, I guess this isn't going to go too well, but you know what? I'm going to get some dank shots in.
Yeah, and Tor there able to quite literally make Daniel miss. There was a demo, and Tor just says, nope, I'm going to hop right over you. Gets that control. He has a wide open net, and there's no chance that Daniel's going to come back. 10 seconds left and 5 goals.
I don't think it's possible. Crown and Jewels came back with 2 goals in 6 seconds, but that was on old wasteland, you know, when things were crazy. And I guess Tortilla can go for the Brazil.
And he gets the Brazil.
I mean, now it's kind of just maintaining the Brazil. So Daniel's going to have to say with the humble GG, that was a well-played series. He obviously made the changes he needed to in Game 2. And if this is what I believe it is a double elim, then he will have an opportunity to come back and hopefully make those changes consistently and get a chance to play Tortilla, who I think will show up in the grand finals.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well done for Tortilla. Moving on, Daniel's going to move down. He's got some changes to make. I'm pretty sure he knows exactly what he needs to do. Tor, with a solid showing, I know he's going to get stronger as the tournament goes along, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, good series from the two of them. Obviously showing what they can do and some things that they need to work on. So you can watch the stream, you can take away what you can, listen to the commentators and listen to the people in chat. Some of them I don't know, maybe copy pasta, but either way, take that information as you will and apply it to your next series and try to take away the positive instead of the negative. That's always a hard thing with one's players is it's easy to punish yourself and it's easy to get tilted. Those are two things that you can easily prevent by not only filtering what you're listening to but also how often you're playing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think we're going to move. We got the next one. Oh, I have to go play.
Oh, okay. All right. Wish you the best of luck, my man. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little information on what's going on with Texas RL and any event in Texas regarding Rocket League in general. We actually have an event going on in San Antonio and El Paso. Each of them are a part of what I believe is separate events. The one in San Antonio is going to be a circuit for Rocket League held by GG Leap or Zen Masters, ZEHN. And players have an opportunity to play and qualify at that specific center where if you do win, the players, it's a 2v2, will be sponsored by the center with custom jerseys and an opportunity to play in two other events coming in December and mid-January for an opportunity to play in those two events. The first one, $1,000 pool prize. The second one, another $1,000 pool prize. And the same thing applies to El Paso. The registration fee, from what I understand, for both players is $40. All you need to do is bring your controller and bring your game, and you should be set. But alongside me, we have one of our Texas RL boys, kid over here, who's ready to get it on and
right.
cast this next game. How are you liking it over here today, my man?
Pretty good.
Pretty
good
good?
environment. Everybody's
Yeah?
really chill. It's
Really
nice.
chill?
Yeah.
You don't seem to. You seem kind of tense. You got any games that you
I'm
got to
a little
play?
shaky. I'm not sure. I'm a
No.
little shaky though. I don't know why.
What happened?
I don't know. Honestly.
Is there
What-
is there anything specifically you're looking for at this event that might pique your interest or make you any potential teammates in the future?
I'm not too sure honestly.
No.
I'm currently just trying to improve as a player.
Okay.
before Getting on a team.
That's a big thing right now. We obviously have RLRS where a lot of teams are slimming down what is a bubble team player and what is a pro player.
Exactly.
So big things come down to the individual players, and like you said, making sure that you're able to perform at the highest level is always important, and that can be very difficult, especially with being consistent. But coming to these events can be a great ego booster for some people, and it can make the difference between what is and what isn't possible. So we have obviously the UNCC team, the collegiate team, who participated in the league held by TESPA, which is now in its finals form, where I believe it was top 8 teams from northern, southern, eastern, and western regions
Yes.
come together. They'll be playing in the Blizzard Stadium come sometime in December. And there's been a lot of controversy surrounding that. But we have some of the team here, Dudat being a stronger player and Jack. Dudat being a senior and Jack being a freshman. Obviously, they're going to have to look for a strong third to participate in the Collegiate League the next time it comes around. You must be a full-time student to participate in TESPA League. But they're obviously going to, actually not obviously, they're going to have some opportunities for some part-time students to participate in some smaller events. And that'll involve some rumble, some drop shot. It's a little unorthodox, but it's an opportunity for players to get out of their comfort zone and play something that may be a little bit different. So I'm excited to see these two players and these two teams strike up a match that can hopefully be the fire that is UT Austin Rocket League.
Curious how this game will go. They're all pretty solid players, so it'll be a pretty close match. But I'm excited to see how this happens.
Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back with this game as soon as we are ready with our players.
between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.
Howdy, cowpokes. How you doing today? We're going to get on to this next match between UT Austin and House of Llamas or something like that? House of Llamas. What do you know about House of Llamas, kid?
Not much, honestly. I've heard of them, and I've heard of them a little bit.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be Ammo and
Tortilla.
Tortilla. So the guy
Versus-
we just saw in that 1v1, and then our lovely caster who was just here, now in the beautiful face of Kid. So what is the dynamic that you know of between any of these teams if you're familiar with them?
I know Ammo and Tortilla played the last Austin LAN, and I believe they got 4th place, falling to Hawkshot and Crazy Preacher. But it was a close match as far as I'm aware. So they seem like a pretty solid team. I could definitely see them taking the game over Dudat and Jack if they play well. But other than that, this will probably be a pretty close game, pretty close series.
Doodad and Jack, obviously coming in from a collegiate standpoint, they have been competing, and this is kind of their break period. This is kind of their spring training right now. And hopefully they can use that as an opportunity not just to strengthen Jack's abilities, but they can also use it as an opportunity to recruit any players that may not be as familiar with Rocket League at UT Austin.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and watch Emma put a nice juicy shot towards Jack. Okay. It's kind of slow right now. There's not too much. They're trying to play in the possession game and trying to figure each other out in this 2v2 environment.
30 seconds in, neither of the teams know how the other one plays, so they're just figuring everything out. Jack now taking it to the corner, getting a juicy flick over Ammo. Taking possession again, trying to pass it over to Dudat. Dudat opting to stay back. Tortilla now taking possession.
A bit of double commitment between the two players. They're obviously in the same area, and they should be communicating, but that doesn't mean that they don't trust each other, because when you're at these events, you can sometimes be nervous. I will say it over and over again. You will know by the end of this that yes, you can be nervous at a LAN if it's not something that you've known before. But it's very important to know that these players are all very, very capable of doing things. It's just when you're at an environment, some players perform much better, and a majority of the time they will end up making some mistakes. But Jack and Dudat are some strong players. They've been showcased on the RL Esports stream, roughly getting around 4,000 to 5,000 viewers. So they're not afraid to have too many eyes on them.
Yep.
So something like this, a little shindig in Austin at the Game Republic, shouldn't be too much for them. They just need to put some points on the board, because a lot of what's going on is a bunch of back and forth and a bunch of possession.
Playing ping pong with each other. Dudat now clearing it into the corner, going for a pass, almost cut off Tortilla. And one out, clearing it down midfield. Jack hitting it into the corner away from Ammo, passing it back to Tortilla, who takes possession, bringing it back towards the field. Going for a little bit of a 1v1 action.
There's a lot of solo plays going on right now. There's not too much team plays. Obviously see right off the post bar and going straight into the corner. We need to see a bit more team plays between the two, and physicality. That's going to open up a lot more opportunities for these players. Otherwise, it's just going to be basically one. It's going to be like a 1v1 with additional person on the field.
Exactly. Yeah, and I believe if either team can get more bumps and demos on the other team, it can be a lot of. They can get a lot more points on the board.
It's a new meta. It's been there, but it's new to a majority of players. We've seen it at RLCS and higher levels of play. Majority of people don't feel comfortable endorsing it because they feel it's it's dirty, and it's not how the game should be played. Instead, it should be played around strategy as well as skill. And that feels like, yeah, you're taking out a player, but why should you be feeling guilty for an opportunity to play much better? This going off the joint and straight up into the corner, but they still have the lead nonetheless, and Ammo going to go ahead and run this down the field. You're looking at Tortilla staying back and staying in the net, not too comfortable with what his teammates doing. There's obviously not too much of a team play dynamic going on as much as a 2v2 Season 2-esque play style.
Exactly. Do that now, saving the ball. Ammo taking the 1v1 while Tortilla's rotating back for boost. Opting to stay back on defense and letting Ammo do a majority of the ball playing.
A lot of dirty work coming out from the UT team. They're not afraid to get physical, and they're not afraid to play close. It shows the amount of trust they have in each other, as well as the confidence they have in their ability to play in a 2v2 environment.
Exactly. Tortilla clearing the ball over the corner, letting Ammo stay in net. Do that going up for the ball, trying to throw it middle. But Jack's all the way back, not able to take the shot. Hitting into the corner now, off the sidewall.
Going for the double touch. This should be a goal. Where is his teammate? Doesn't matter. He's able to put it in. And the trust that Dudat has in his teammate. Obviously, he might have been going back for boost. He might have gone back for the full rotation. It didn't work out either way. Jack able to secure a goal and put them in the lead with 2 points.
Seems Hasalamas is having a bit of having a little troubles on defense. Not exactly able to rotate in and out effectively. Able to clear the ball. And now the UT team is up by 2 with 1:13 left.
Dudat putting us off the backboard, ready for his teammate. Get it cleared off by Tortilla. Pretty well placed. Unfortunately, not able to get the full clear off the side of the wall. Jack is just more or less being a very, very role played teammate where he's filling in after the touch is going off the wall. Ooh, this is a nice little shot, bar down, straight into the net. Nicely placed.
Beautifully placed. Ammo clearing it over to Tortilla, who's able to take the shot, throwing it bar down. I don't think Dudat was ready for that bar down at all. And then Tortilla's just able to readjust his car and throw it straight into the goal to put them up. It's only a 1-goal lead now.
Holy moly. This is still doable. 52 seconds remaining. But if we're not seeing the team play come out from the House of Llamas in Game 1, then we need to be seeing it in Game 2. They're obviously fighting over who should be challenging what and when. And that's definitely affecting their ability to play at their full potential.
Exactly. There's only so much you can do with 1v1 plays in 2v2. If you can take advantage of your teammate, go for passes, it'll be a much more score. You can score much more.
Dudat with the pinch off the wall. Tortilla sending that one back down, hoping that M was able to capitalize. Dudat maintaining possession or attempting to, and they're going to be boost starved. Now, this is really crucial. A lot of players would be wanting to just fling down the field, but we've seen some new level of play. Or oh, look at that! Open opportunity. Where was the defense? It was all over the place. It's committing to something, and it was not able to work out in their favor.
Seems Dudat went for a strange ball when his teammate was already up all the way, and it just put them way out of position, left the net free, and Orange is able to capitalize.
Rotations coming out and hurting them, allowing this game to potentially go into overtime. Dudat able to seize an opportunity? No. It looks like it is going to go into OT with a golden goal.
Let's see what happens here. Relatively neutral kickoff. Jack able to take possession immediately, though. Ammo clearing the ball all the way down the field.
Wondering where his teammate is, Dudat. Jack getting the nice little black flip. Most likely because, yeah, it was accidental, but also maybe Dudat had called him off the shot. This should be an open net. No, Jack sends it all the way across the net. Might be a little bit of an awkward position for him, and he ends up missing an opportunity to give them game 1. Otherwise, they're going to go ahead and move forward and play very smart, keeping it in the corner instead of just tossing it out to the mid. They don't need to be doing anything very risky right now. They're showing a lot of opportunities, and they just need to be able to capitalize on them. It can be a bit difficult, but these are two very, very strong players.
Jack actually able to bounce it right over the defense, throwing it in the top right corner.
Awkward little shot, but Dudat putting it off the corner initially for an opportunity, and Jack is filling in that role like I said before. Getting a nice slow, actually, it's pretty ugly. It was really, really spatted. It placed itself just so that way when it gets the bounce, it goes up and it lofts, and it just makes it that much more difficult to save. But UNCC or UT Austin taking game 1 in a not as elegant style. Otherwise, they will have the first point up on the series, putting House of Llamas on match point.
I don't think Tortilla was ready for that bounce at all. I think he was expecting a more across the post ball, and instead, Jack opted to just bounce it right over him. Wasn't ready for it at all.
The defense of House of Llama has been a little bit lacking, as we've seen, not just because of the double commitments, but also the confusion about who should be going to what. They need to get their heads together, and they need to get comfortable with who and where they will be positioned.
Exactly. I feel as though House of Llamas definitely could have taken that game, but their positioning was a little off. Their defense is a little off. They were just making too many mistakes, and UNCC, or rather UT, was able to capitalize on it.
Obviously, we did see a very good team play between the House of Llamas, a nice little redirect bar down. If we can see more of that consistently, then House of Llama has more than an opportunity to take it over. And that might even force UT Austin to go ahead and play a bit more team-oriented and get some bangers between the two of them. But as we're going to see in Game 2, kickoff is going to go in the favor of UNCC as Jack tries to run this down the field. Beaks one is not going to get the other one. Instead, he's just going to go ahead and wait for this to roll off the wall. Ooh, nice little pinch into the corner. Jack is going to try to maintain possession and Dudat right there to send that right back, so he's going to run it down. Only one person back. Jack, is it going to be able to go down to Dudat? No, it's shut down between the two of the House of Llamas players.
Tortilla now clearing it down the field. Emo wanting to go for the ball, but hesitating too much. Jack's able to beat him out to the ball. Jack now throwing the ball back. Tortilla able to beat out Dudat, sending the downfield, but Jack's back to clear it into the corner, keep possession for UNCC.
Jack sending that over to the corner. It wasn't necessary, but it didn't. The issue wasn't punished Instead, it would have been much more helpful to get the dribble. This
Oh.
needs to go into the net. Nice pass to Dudat, and it puts them up 1 on the board.
Seemed like that was a little of a 1-2 play. Dudat over to Jack, Jack back over to Dudat. Tortilla was not ready for that across the post ball, or rather across the goal ball, and Dudat just able to catch him off defense to score. Not even a minute into the game.
No, very good team play between the two. These are the type of plays that you would be seeing at the collegiate level. Obviously, they'd be a bit more paced, but just to get an idea, these players are doing that type of thing consistently, and they are more than familiar with passing to each other in awkward situations. And that doesn't just come with experience, that comes with the specific league that they're participating in. The Collegiate League is around Diamond 3, Champ 2 at the highest, and then there's GCs, every needle in the haystack. Either way, they're very good players, and they were able to make the most of that moment. But Ammo, low boost here. Is he going to keep it in the corner? No, Tortilla is going to actually slap it away from him and take away an opportunity for that control. But due to Juicy 50-50, it's actually going to end up back with them instead of on the UT Austin side.
Tortilla not trying to clear it past. Jack able to cut off Ammo's.
Missing an opportunity for a shot on net, instead placing it off the side of his car. Ammo taking an opportunity all the way down. Yeah, absolutely. He's just sending it straight down. There really wasn't much for him to do. He couldn't have missed this. If he did, then he would be beating himself over the head with his controller. Otherwise, it's going to put it at a 1-1.
We saw UNCC double commit again on the offense, and that's just putting them in a bad position every time. If Hassel Llamas can consistently capitalize on UNCC's double commits, then they can easily take this game.
Jack trying to pinch this out to the mid, not able to do so. Do that on a wide rotation, what it looks like. Looks like it's going to be a 1v1 scenario. Is Jack able to get it up? No, he's going to try to pinch it down to the ground and try to maintain as much possession as possible. The rotations between the two players are very clean from what I've seen so far. There haven't been too many wide or uncommon rotations as far as cutting off or doing any half rotations or maybe even rotating just straight to post. Ooh, a nice, actually no, that's a bad touch. And a miss from the UNCC team, giving, looks like, Tortilla a open net.
Yep, you see Jack come in trying to clear the ball out, but Tortilla actually beat him out.
Jack drifting. It looks like he thought he had more time. That might have been a communication error between Dudat and Jack.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to go to move into this next kickoff. Going to go in the favor of UNCC. Dudat, last man back, doesn't need to be doing anything too risky.
Clearing it off the backboard. They're both on the same spot, Jack and Dudat, hitting it over to Ammo, who's able to just clear it into the corner. Jack opting to go for another 50-50, sending it right in front of the net. Dudat's able to score. That's 2-2.
Taking advantage of the placement of the ball and the awkward positioning of Tortilla. Tortilla thinking that his teammate has the ball and just kind of creeps up a little bit too far. You kind of need to respect your opponent's ability to make the most out of some situations, and that means not only sometimes respecting, but always respecting, unless you're absolutely sure. A miss from Jack hits the joint. It's going to be off.
Tortilla throwing it to the side.
Ooh.
Ammo not ready for his miss, so he takes it back to his corner, trying to grab boost, keep possession. While his teammate can
wasn't
rotate back.
sure of that whiff
At all.
It was so sudden. You're unsure whether or not is it free, and you kind of hesitate and you miss an opportunity right here. Dudat gonna keep it in the corner. Jack gonna go up and actually just toss it over there. Ammo's gonna actually have a horrible save attempt, just double jumping instead. He needed to just jump up and then dodge into the ball, but he's unsure of the power that his opponent may have had on that shot.
I think House of Llamas may be panicking a bit here. Not too sure why. It's only 2-2. Now it's 3-2. But with that miss, it'll put it to 3-2. And with a minute 40 left, Hassel Llamas can still come back and win this game, but it'll be a little bit of a tight one.
This should be a goal for UNCC. They should be taking an opportunity. Unfortunately, he's not able to get the correct placement on that double tap. Either way, Emmo's going to be waiting far side. This should be a pass. Is he able to read it off the backboard? Oh, that's so hard to read.
That was a really close one.
Very close one. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look at that. It wasn't even close. Okay, so we're actually hearing a little bit of UNCC from the other room. They sound pretty pretty vocal about our opinions, but you know what? Who cares what we think about them, because we could probably both beat them in 2v2. Either way, it's gonna come down to the wire. House of Llama needs to pick up their aggressiveness and their team plays. We've seen it before, but are they able to do it in these final moments?
Ammo trying to clear it out, actually pitching it off the wall and it going in front of the goal, but Tortilla is able to take possession before before UNCC can come up and score the ball.
Oh my gosh. Ammo just tossing it all the way down into the corner. That should have been far right side. You can never predict, you can attempt to predict where your opponent will spawn, but the power that he had on that was not well placed, and it's going to make it even harder as they open up and they're conceding to UNCC. It's getting more and more difficult for them to even come back.
House of Llama's rotation definitely got caught up. Ammo wasn't ready for Jack to pinch that off. Throwing it middle, and Dudak's just able to come in and score. 4-2, 30 seconds left.
As we move into the next kickoff, they need to score these 2 goals to equalize it and send it into overtime.
Zach.
Kickoff going in favor of House of Llamas. Dudat looking for boost.
Tortilla throwing it towards the ball, but Dudak's able to get a really nice save.
15 seconds remain. Is Tortilla able to capitalize on this? Putting the 50-50. Is
There's
it over the
Ammo.
top?
There it is.
3 to 4. 11 seconds remain. They need to get this kickoff. The amount of pressure that they're able to generate in these last seconds should have been there the entire game. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get themselves together in this dire situation.
This is definitely really tight, but if House of Llama plays their cards right, they can definitely do this and send the game into overtime.
Jack waiting on the wall, going for the reflip. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Whoops. Ammo.
Ammo.
Not getting the touch he needed, and it looks like these games are going to go in favor of UT Austin. A very close game in the last 32nd of those moments there. Oh my goodness.
Ammo seemed as though he wanted to take it up the wall and clear it out in front of the goal, but he wasn't able to, and that just ended the game for them.
Yeah, that was well played between the two of them, and if possible, I might want to get an interview between the winning team here. We actually have the captain of UT Austin's collegiate team, Dudat. We're going to go ahead and get him in, and I'll go ahead and ask him a few questions about that series and what they think about the future of their collegiate team.
The future of my team.
Yes.
Wow.
How do you feel after that series? Do you feel like you had to put on some additional effort or break out, get a little sweaty?
Well, I even in this hot sweatshirt, I don't feel that sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. It was close series. They gave us a run for our money, but we pulled through.
What were the biggest game changers that you made after game 1? Because you obviously had the team play portion of it there, but you started to be a bit more comfortable in how physically you played with game 2. Jack started to fill in and obviously set up some demos as well as some passing plays for you to capitalize on. Do you think that his role on the team is more of a striker or more of a goalie?
He's I think he plays like both roles, and I just play more of the midfield role.
Okay.
In twos, at least.
Okay.
But in our threes team, he plays more offensively, so he takes the shots. And if he misses them like he did in game 1, then it happens.
It happens. It happens to everyone. Do you think did he say why he missed it, or do you just kind of keep quiet and then you keep playing on? Because with some players, that definitely affects how they play. If you remind them, hey, you missed that shot, you're pretty bad. That sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what I said to him.
Okay, you said yeah.
He's fine.
He's fine. He's feeling good.
I think he's all right. Probably. It happens.
Okay. Well, great series from you guys. The last question I have for you is, what is going on with the future of UT Austin's collegiate team?
Well, we'll have to see what TESPA tries to do, or if there's some other thing that happens in the spring. But we'll be playing games during the winter break, and a lot of those games will involve Rocket League.
Okay.
So we'll probably be pretty
not
good.
Not PUBG, not Fortnite, no Call of Duty, World War II.
We might play a little bit of those.
Okay.
But Rocket League is going to be on the top of the list.
Okay. Now, as far as you guys on the team go, we understand this is your last year here, and we're there. I'm sure not only are they sad to see you go. It's only been one semester, but
I don't know. I don't know if they're sad to see me go.
I mean, I am sad to see you go. You've obviously been a part of the Rocket League community for a while. When you step away from the collegiate league, does that mean you're going to step away from Rocket League as a whole?
We'll see.
Okay.
It depends. You gotta look for jobs and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, UT Austin's a hot place to get in jobs, or Austin in general. It's a good place to get any job.
Yep. I'll be looking here. I'll be looking in Cali. We'll see.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next 1v1, which I believe is between Jack and Tortilla. And we're going to go ahead and have Ammo switch in for the wonderful Dudat. Thank you for sitting down with me, and good luck in the rest of your series.
Thank you.
Woo! It was an interesting. So now we're gonna have the person from House of Llamas come in and sit down with me, and I guess he's gonna be commentating on the game. So if he slips in, a little jabs at his previous opponent, then excuse him. Either way, how are you feeling after that?
Oh God, nerves get me at lands, man, and I don't know what it is. I got to get used to that kind of thing. But I finally started playing a little bit like myself towards the end. I almost had that rebound off that backboard that I was up early for, and I really wish I would have gotten that.
It looked really good, and you guys started playing really strongly in the last 30 seconds of Game 2. That's what we were looking for a lot of the time. You obviously are familiar with your teammate. You played in the last local in Austin, so coming into here, obviously there aren't as many people here.
Yeah.
And maybe that might be one of the driving factors, but you guys seem like you were able to kick it into gear and move forward in the losers bracket. Do you think you can make a run through it?
I think we're going to be fine. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I got all my nerves out, honestly, towards the middle half of the second game. Going up for the equalizer in the first game with a couple of seconds left, it's a fairly easy shot to make, but I'm coming across field for an aerial to get, a tie goal, and it always bugs me that I'm going to screw up. The hardest goal to hit is an open net.
Absolutely. When somebody says the net's open, it kind of shrinks in my mind.
Exactly. I know we had a couple opportunities. Tor and myself. Tor had a open net as well. Missed it.
Oh, I don't want to stop you from what you're saying, but we're actually going to go ahead and move into this 1v1 between Jack and Tortilla. Both team members of the previous series that we had on stream in the 2v2, and Tortilla capitalizing on basically what is a misplay from Jack off the wall.
So I might have a bias here on who I want to win.
Okay.
I'll let you guess. I'll let the audience members guess.
I have a 50-50 chance of getting it right.
Yeah, I know. So.
Well, it looks like Tortilla's going to internalize that rage and use it as fuel for this series, I would hope.
Yeah, I saw him break a pencil in there. He's very strong.
Ooh. All right. So he's not only here to play games, but he's also here to show a little bit of his physique as well.
Absolutely.
But he's obviously been in the 1v1 scene for a little bit now, from what I understand. I haven't seen him personally play too much, but I have played against him, and he seems to be a very strong and consistent player. His kickoffs are good, so he should have a great opportunity at taking the win from Jack.
Absolutely.
But if you're going to root for your teammate, then I'm going to root for the boys at UT in Orange, in Sunburn Orange.
Well, I think, honestly, Tor's got the nerves out of him. I know I do as well. We're probably going to start playing our normal pace. Tor there going for the backboard, gets the bump, steals the boost. So quick on that turnaround, you can tell he's kind of getting back into where he needs to be. Seriously, couple quick decisions here. Bump, turn, steal, and goal.
Everything that needed to be done.
Exactly, and it was perfectly done. So, that's a good sign. You can tell he's getting into his rhythm. That's exactly what needs to happen.
1 minute in, 2 goals up. Tortilla setting a strong precedent for this 1v1 series as he is playing very physical with Jack. He's not wanting to give him any opportunities, and he's doing so well until this moment where I just, cast or cursed him and gave him a free goal. So Jack is going to just slap that one in the net.
And it was really just the whopping 12 boost he picked up there. To get that. They didn't have any boost for the first bit of that, and Jack was able to pick up just one boost pad, and that's made all the difference from that goal. Still, 1 goal to climb. Tortilla's putting in the corner there. Let's see if he can do something smart with this. Takes his time, never a bad thing. Always get nervous when I bring it across the net.
You can never be too sure, and one of the ways to help prevent that is trying to keep that on the outside portion of the car. And that will reduce the amount of issues with 50-50s and which way it will go. Tortilla getting a strong 50-50, missing with 0 boost. Is Jack able to capitalize, stabilize the ball?
I don't think
so.
No. And Tor's able to get a nice touch on there, read the ball perfectly, able to get a smart touch. Jack was a fantastic flip to give himself a little bit of time. Tor going across, probably going to buy himself some time and get that other boost pad. Let's see if he can bring it off the wall here. doesn't go for the dribble, waits, and goes for the power shot. Jack able to read that.
Letting that bounce dribble play in his favor. He doesn't really need to do too much right now. He's leading, and he's doing very strongly, maintaining close possession to the ball. Even with small plays like that, where Jack takes a shot, it's not doing any harm. Instead, Jack is just wasting his boost. Tortilla is basically saving and managing it very well and trying to keep the ball as close to him as possible while anticipating every single shot that Jack may have. Jack, with an opportunity right here, is he able to get it around? No. It's very difficult to get the ball around that axis of the car. And Tortilla is just going to go ahead and run the ball down. Nice little demo. This needs to be a goal.
Let's see if he can read it in here. And
Ooh.
here he goes, goalpost off that.
Tough angle for my boy over here. And it's kind of okay, I missed the shot. I'm up 1 point. I don't need to punch myself, and I don't need to go all in. He's playing very physical, and he's playing very angry right now.
Absolutely. And, you know, he's not – those mistakes he is making, he's making sure that he recovers from them very quickly. Nothing that has really led to any kind of dangerous moments for Tor. Let's see if Jack can kind of capitalize on those moments. Tortilla going for that dribble, Jack going for the stuff, and Tor gets the demo.
Yeah,
on
but,
Jack.
I mean, Jack gets the boost, so, I mean, he still gets the mid boost, but at the same time, he's able to eliminate an opportunity for Tortilla. Trying to go for a cheeky 50-50, was initially going to put that on the top left corner, not able to get the flip. Jack running it down, and looks like Tortilla's going to get the wave dash off the wall. He's going to get the boost. Jack making a very risky decision to stay with the ball for boost only, and this should be an opportunity, a bad recovery, and that opportunity is gone.
And Jack there able just to get a small piece of Tor, which really makes all the difference when you're trying to recover. You're not going to be able to get that four wheels on the ground, and Tor not really able to solidify. Tor with a decent job coming off the wall, again with the demo. Let's see if he can get the goal off of this.
This should be a goal.
And Jack gets there.
Being right where he needs to be. A better position than having him. Oh, look at that. Tortilla's getting another opportunity. Is he going to put this to the bottom left? No, he's going to pass it straight to Jack. What is going on?
And Tor coming out with a fantastic demo, and he really, it's a gift putting it into a player like that.
RNGesus over here saving Jack is what it seems like.
And Tor going with a risky play, and he makes a mistake, and he's going to pay for it, and Jack can put it right in the middle of the net. Tor's playing fairly well, and he's just not capitalizing off that. He's doing very physical things that need to happen to get that momentum, and he's just not letting it go at all.
He's getting really comfortable with his lead, and it's obviously showing as it's now even. Jack has been playing a very safe game and very defensive, and his ability to counteract when necessary his opponent is obviously showing up. Oh no, this is going to be a goal.
Yeah,
Jack going up, afraid of the bump, and anticipating that, so going up the wall, hoping that the shot will be up there, unable to get the touch. Tortilla just sending it right underneath him.
And it's so hard when you're going up that wall with the ball over your back left, and you got to make that save. Mechanics involved with that are very counterintuitive, and so you can't necessarily get the control you need there, and Tortilla able to very easily finally get that ball in the net after all that physical play.
Jack.
Able to get a decent shot, and it's going to go in. Tor made a smart decision, and Jack a little too far up.
Jack going for a slow kickoff initially, working out in Tortilla's favor, and a overcommitment on Jack's part, getting a bad touch off the ball, unable to save it and put it off to the side. And he's got only 8 seconds for 2 goals. It's going to be very tough, and these need to be kickoff goals. It going in the favor of Tortilla. He's just going to put it off to the side and waste as much time as possible.
Absolutely. Although that was actually a fairly good play here. But Jack, of course, no boost. Tor's going to probably just let it die because he's got 2 goals.
Oh, he's going for the ceiling shot. Is he able to get the reset? And maybe no. He's going to keep it alive as long as possible. No, he's just going to let us say a GG. Good game between the two. Tortilla coming out on top, very physical throughout the entire game, unable to capitalize on those physical plays. He's getting comfortable with his lead, and that may contribute to that, but also it may be a limitation of mechanical skill to turn quickly.
It could be a possibility. I know I can tell. I've played with Tortilla for a while. I can tell when he's getting a little bit more comfortable in his own skin, and I know he's probably going to make a show of it. Jack still definitely has a really good chance coming back. I'm not really familiar with his play, and so I haven't seen the level of skill that comes through. Maybe it's a bit of nerves coming through once, but Tor definitely trying to put it to him for that last match.
Jack getting 6 saves on his scorecard, and That's great for him. He's saving a lot of shots, but he's playing very defensively. He needs to break out of his comfort zone and be able to assert some level of offensive aggression. Otherwise, he's going to continually be beat down by Tortilla's very, very, very intense pressure as well as physical play.
And that's one of the benefits of physical play. A lot of the times when I'm playing and I'm not doing too well, I just start going for bumps. And you can generally tend to have the effect of getting the other player's head, maybe get them a tiny bit tilted. You just need them to make that one mistake, and that physical play can generally happen when you do start doing the physical play. Let's see if Tortilla can keep doing those kickoffs, and let's see if Jack can make something of this.
So you said you've known Tortilla for a while. As far as being a teammate goes, what is one of his weaknesses? I'm not asking because I'm going to tell anyone, but what is one of his weaknesses that can get to him in a game?
I think like anybody, there are consistency issues. I know when we've done a couple lands together, we always get the nerves, and so we need to learn how to get past those nerves. But otherwise, he's fairly dedicated player. He goes into a lot of different practices, a lot of workshops that he works on, and mechanically he's very, very sound. But again, I just think it has more to do with the atmosphere, being in the LAN atmosphere. Very comfortable in ranked, and well, Jack there able to get the first goal. Good for him. Tortilla pressing, not with enough boost. Jack able to get that open net goal. As far as Tor's, I guess just weaknesses, I really do think it's the inexperience that he and I both have in the LAN environment.
Okay, well, hopefully this is able to benefit him as he moves forward with an opportunity to score. But Jack really is going to be the, I guess, test for him to be able to assert his dominance in a 1v1 environment, because I believe the next time we see you, we'd be seeing you play in the losers bracket. So hopefully he's able to get all out his nerves, LAN environment nerves out, and those will show in his gameplay. Nice little double tap off the wall. It's going to come off the backboard, but Jack is going to try to maintain possession, low boost, and Tortilla doing a very good job of shutting down
That
any
might be
opportunities.
in net.
That is going to go straight into the net. A nicely played 50-50 with Jack only having, I believe it was either 12 or 1 boost.
Well, that's all you need sometimes. You get that pinch off the other player. They're on the outside. You're on the inside. You go for the pinch, the 50-50, knowing that the ball is going to bounce in your favor. That's a decision you make, and Jack was able to get the goal off of that.
Tortilla doesn't need to be putting himself in a position where he's losing or has no momentum, because if you're close to the wall and your opponent and you're trying to get boost starve on your opponent's side, they will try to bull charge you, and it's like about 75% of the time they will do that. Putting yourself in that position and trying to win that 50-50 is incredibly hard, and it seems Tortilla's ability to overcommit is showing in its consistency to do so. Is that one of his pitfalls, where he likes to go all out and play like he is basically, I'm not saying ball chasing, but he's trying to show his presence, and he might be afraid to back off and give them a little bit of space.
Well, one of the things that happens when you're playing, regardless, is that you want to make those mechanical skills that you know you can make, and then you miss it, and so you start panicking for the next shot. And I think that might be happening with Tor. We know Jack's doing a really good job making smart decisions. Jack's is owning the mind game, not necessarily making the plays, but just making very smart decisions. Tor, I think he needs to step back a bit, maybe start making better decisions, build off of it, make one good play, then make another good play, and I think he has a decent chance. Plenty of game left yet, but he's going to start making better decisions.
Tortilla with the Watt in chat, and it's really coming down to him being scored on only because he's trying to maintain a lot of possession, as well as boost star, as well as be there. And when he's so close with low boost, like me right now, he's just taking it across the net with low boost. This should be on upper 90, and it is. Putting it on the top shelf, Jack is really just taking advantage of Tortilla's panicking nature right now.
So Tor is going off the back wall. He's trying to get it clear, and that's fine, but he wasn't looking for where Jack was. Jack was all the way down the field. Tor could have taken his time, had the dribble, gotten some boost, and instead he decides to just go for a clear, but it really wasn't much of anything. He just puts it right in the middle for Jack. Tor is definitely in his own head right now.
Well, like you said, you've known him more time than for a greater length of time than any of us have as a player. So I'm gonna take your word for it. But Tortilla shouldn't let this game face him. He's done a wonderful job, and he showcased it in game 1. if he's just able to maintain possession and show the amount of control that he has, he can definitely move forward in this game. And this might be the actual opportunity for him to do that, getting that momentum that he needs, and he can build upon that like you had mentioned before. So I want to see him try and take that in, even if it's just a mistake off of Jack and his flip. It still is something for Tor to use as momentum.
Absolutely. And one of the things I know from playing with Tor is that when you have a bad match, he's very good at just taking like a deep breath and then next game being right on point again. It's not something that lingers in his brain. He's very good at mentally recovering from any kind of mistakes that he makes. Let's see if he can do that. He's got one goal from a small mistake from Jax, but let's see if he can actually, use that to his advantage here.
Tortilla's using an awful lot of boost. He's trying to maintain possession at the same time. He's kind of just speeding everywhere, and that might have to do with the amount of times he's stopping and killing his momentum. He's more or less trying to maintain possession or touch the ball, and he's using unnecessary boost like right now, just sending it over and giving his opponent a free shot on net.
Absolutely, and Jack was able to fake like he was going up there, and so Tor figured he had to do something with it. He did, and it was a mistake. Jack actually did force a mistake there out of Tortilla. It was very well done by Jack.
About, I say, 70%. Okay, maybe 60% of Rocket League is the mental game, and then, I'd probably say 30% is skill, and 10% luck. It's a really, really big thing, especially in 1v1s, to be able to have that mental strength, because like right now, he's a minute and 16 seconds, and he's down by 4 points to give him that OT. If you are hard on yourself, you can make it more difficult than it needs to be to come back. Or if you're able, like you said, Tortilla, he's able to move past the next game, the previous game, and move forward to the next game. That's great. If he can showcase that, even better. But if he's able to do it on the fly in the middle of the game, that's even better. And it can be really, really devastating, especially when you get beat by if you get Braziled. And hopefully Tortilla does not beat himself up over this. I mean, he's done a great job, and it's obviously very hard to see right now, but he's very capable of winning this in game 3.
And Jack just goading him in, waiting for Tortilla to make the first move. He's got plenty of time. Tor's got to challenge it and make something happen. 4 goals, 30 seconds, not unheard of, but very unlikely. Tor going for the demo and missing.
Yeah.
That's going to be an easy goal here
It's
for Jack,
not-
if he can get it.
No, he doesn't even need to put it in net. You can just roll it around and keep possession and basically take it into the next game, knowing that, yeah, I have all the momentum, I'm the hot shot, and I don't need to be putting myself in a position where I'm uncomfortable. But Jack is just going for some nice ceiling play, and hopefully Tortilla can just put in some shots and use that as momentum to go into the next game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to be already thinking about the next game. He makes a smart play here. I mean, Jack is having a little bit of fun, a good display of mechanical skill. Tor's able to get a goal. Really, he's going to be thinking about maybe getting one more if it's possible and making something happen that next match.
He shouldn't even be thinking about how he needs to be playing next match when the match starts. He needs to be thinking about it right now to get himself in that mentality, because not only has he lost the momentum, but this is match point for both of them. And again, this is a double elimination, so whoever gets shot down into that loser's bracket will obviously have to crawl their way out. And nobody wants to do that, because then you'll have to go through what I believe is a bracket reset in the grand finals, and that can be mentally tolling.
So I think he's going to be in a good mood. I think Jack's got a decent chance at this too. Tor at the end was actually going for an own goal, double touch off the backboard. So he pretty much already had moved on to the next game. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. If Jack can force those mistakes, he really did get into Tor's head, kind of helped Tor along as well. But I'd like to see Tor be a bit smarter. He's very aggressive. He's good at that, but just make a couple better decisions and do a better job of reading the field first.
He's good at being aggressive, but it's at the wrong times. He can be
Absolutely.
aggressive out the gate, set the tone, set the pace, and give him the first goal to let them know, hey, I am the one. I am the captain now. Something like that. He can do it then, but when he's losing, being aggressive is probably one of the easiest answers, and it can be really difficult to overcome. Jack, obviously getting the first goal here, it's hard. It's really hard. You want to play like crazy, you can, but just know that when you play crazy and you play aggressive, you're giving up a lot of opportunities for shots, and you may be a bit you may lose control of the ball more often, or you may be using boost, as we saw Tortilla was doing a very poor job of managing his boost.
So Tor not making not making good contact there, or any contact at all. That first goal was based upon the fact that he just missed boost. He did a front flip, he missed that boost, and he goes to get the boost again, giving Jack more than enough time to make the correction and get the goal. Same thing here. Tor's just got to be a little bit smarter. When you're doing this, it's very difficult to be more creative. Then that's generally the way you get those goals is just start doing these things the opponent doesn't expect. Tor's being aggressive the whole time. Maybe you should try something else. Maybe you should try mind gaming. But Tor's got to really start changing up the way he plays in order to get back into this.
Like you said, he's in his own head, and he's playing super aggressive. He's losing to challenges because he has no boost. He's over-committing. He's going all in. And his repertoire, as far as being able to generate different sorts of offensive play, is not showing up. He's more or less trying to maintain possession. 14 boost and a failed attempt at putting it on net. He's just trying to hold on to the ball. It's kind of hard to watch right now, and he needs to get out of that mental state. This is an opportunity for a goal, and it's slowly creeping and dawning on Tor that he's making these mistakes because of his lack of his boost control. But also, he's just getting in his own head, and it's hard. I mean, he even says, "Well, look away right now," and it hopefully won't creep over into the 2v2 setting.
No, I'm pretty sure he's going to be okay. He's just making a few mistakes. Of course, there's always the lower bracket. He didn't get the clear he wanted on that last goal, and so he definitely had a chance to make up for it. Again, he's just got to make the smart plays. He's got to make something happen. He's letting Jack dictate the game, and that's no good.
There's nothing. All of the shots except for the kickoff goals have been uncontested, and look at this. Jack has it open at just running it in. You only see that when your opponent is overcommitting, they miss boosts, or it's not a mechanical mistake, it's a mental mistake.
Absolutely. Tor's got to really get out of his own head, kind of stick to the basics there. Again, just not making that decision to go back, getting a little bit of luck, which always helps you out a little bit, but just every touch is not exactly the way it needs to be. He's got an open net here. Let's see if he can make something. Yep, going to go in.
Jack not respecting Tortilla's ability to control the ball, instead going for a very aggressive demo and trying to keep as much pressure as he can on his opponent. Very smart, but at the same time, very stupid.
I think Jack was trying to kind of capitalize on where Tortilla is right now. Tortilla able to finally read that and get a tiny bit of luck on his hand, as well as a decent flick over Jack. Let's hope that he can do something a bit more. Oh, Jack there with a nice doink to get it back to where it needs to be.
Only a minute and 50 seconds gone by.
Oh, Tor.
And top shelf.
Good dribble, sets it up, gets the power shot, and puts it top right corner. Bar down, it was perfectly placed, and I thought Jack had that, but Tor was able to get that in goal.
He's changing up his play style in the offensive play and using different methods to try and put the ball on net. Man, if I could, speak in a correct sentence, that'd be great. Jack capitalizing on Tortilla's inability to maintain boost as well as collect it. Tortilla just going for the ball, missing the touch, and grabbing the boost as late as possible. Jack just capitalizing. It's hurting him. He's getting these goals.
And he was expecting the small boost pad because that's all you need sometimes just to get in the middle of the way. He misses it. Tor's got to really get out of his own head and make some smarter plays here. Let's see if he can make
This is an opportunity. Will he let it roll, or is he going to panic and try to put it across? Ooh, not able to get in the correct position. Jack, though, with zero boost, just keeping it in the corner, very smart, doing a light little touch off to the side. But Tortilla is going to be waiting there. He's going to challenge right away. Yeah, it's just you can just tell that he's pissed, and he's pissed, and he's pissed, and he's going to keep playing like he's pissed. And if his opponent cracks under that pressure of Tortilla playing like that, then we have a game on our hands. Otherwise, Jack is just going to continue to keep dominating Tor in this 1v1.
3 goals that he can do that, a little bit less than half the game. There's still a chance, but Tor's got to really start making smart decisions on this. He's got this. Let's think if he can make something happen. He's going to be using up all his boost, and he gets that second touch.
Getting a lot of time to go ahead and get that double tap off the backboard. I'm imagining Jack being sent all the way to the other ends of the field and being unable to recover.
And it's a little dangerous when he went up for that because he was using so much boost. If he didn't get that in, Jack
It was
would have had
it was
a clear.
another all-in situation.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things you really want to avoid is have something a bit more advantageous than all in, like you say. You don't want to just, if you miss it, if you make a mistake, you don't want to be all in. You want to have give yourself an out somehow.
You need a plan B, and this plan B is more or less play physically, and it sometimes is working out. Hopefully, he can get this shot on the net and reduce the lead of Jack down to 1.
Tor's got a good chance here. He's got a bit more momentum. Jack, I don't know if he's making mistakes. Tor's being a little bit smarter, going through that backboard shot, able to settle it down and get it in net. Jack is not really having a response right now. A couple unanswered goals. Let's see if they can kind of build off of this. But I'd like to see Tor continue to play smarter, and I'd like to see if Jack can maintain possession like he's been doing.
This needs to be a goal. Jack getting in the way, grabbing boost at the same time. And you know what? Tortilla shouldn't be afraid to run this back. He has 1 minute and 27 seconds left, and he should not be afraid. The lead is down to 1, and playing possessively instead of aggressively is an option now. He doesn't need to put as many points on the board. He just needs to put 1, and then 2 if he wants to end this and go to game 3.
And Tor, he had a chance there. He was a little too patient. He needed to challenge it, but since he's been having such a difficult time this whole game, doesn't make the right decision. Possibly could have saved that second jump to push it a little bit wide of the net, but it was a difficult situation. Still, 2 goals, minute 10. It's possible, but Tor's got to make some better decisions on this altogether.
Putting it mid, missing the boost, and giving Jack the possession. He's going to play very aggressive for this. And is he going to be punished? It looks like he is. Is Tortilla going to be able to get this on the crossbar? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. There's a lot of yes, he is, but I want to go ahead and see, is Tortilla putting this on net?
Tortilla with no boost right now, and Jack with a good play, able to settle it down net, and words are hard sometimes.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. I mean, we've both had our fumbling. This is going to go off the post, and he's going to need to be able to fill it in.
And
he did not get the read. He did not get the read. That's hard. That's hard. It looks like it's going to, sometimes it'll roll. If it's going fast enough, it will pinch itself into the net. It wasn't able to do that this time because it was such a slow roller.
Absolutely. And Tor, a bit of a heartbreaker here. He should have had that. That would have been massive. But it looks like, honestly, like Jack is going to end up taking this series. Good, well done for Jack coming back, from that second game. But after dominating first match, Tor's not really able to keep that momentum after a couple of good unanswered goals.
Jack has made the adjustment to Tor's lethal physical play and his overcommitment. Jack more or less has been maintaining boost as well as remaining at a distance rather than putting himself in situations where he's ready to capitalize. And when I say ready to capitalize, I mean he's ready to jump and challenge at every single ball. He's being very patient, and it's paid off. Obviously, we have seen the amount of pressure that Tortilla has been able to generate, but the amount of success and conversions that he's been able to successfully make have not been there for him, and Jack has just been taking advantage of that. As we're going to go ahead and see Tortilla attempt a ceiling shot, not able to get it hitting the ground as the series goes to Jack.
Yeah, Tor, like I said, in his head, he's able to do these really good things in 1v1. I generally never want to face him in 1v1 because I always lose. Again, it might be the LAN atmosphere, but Jack really did make that adjustment, started boost starving Tor, and when you're that aggressive, you're not really able to make the adjustments back in order to make those defensive plays, and Tor found himself in a difficult position.
And it may not even have been the amount of adjustments that Jack made. It may have even been something regarding momentum and confidence. I mean, you have something to fall back on. You think about, the 2v2 bracket. You're like, it's my happy place or something.
Exactly.
Like that. Thanksgiving is coming up. I get a break. I have to go to courses.
Cranberry sandwich.
Yeah, absolutely. So
pecan pie.
Some juicy Texas cuisine. So we're gonna go ahead and give that win to Jack, and we're gonna go ahead and bring him up here and ask him how he feels about that, as well as some other questions that are very important for me to ask this wonderful player. Alrighty then. Can you hear me, Jack?
Yes.
How are
You're
you?
right
How are
next
you
to
doing
me.
after that series?
Feeling really good after the last 2 games. Not the first one. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Almost being the last one.
What was
so.
the adjustment you made after game 1?
The first game I was playing really slow, not really hitting my shots, not really getting any quick touches. I think the second game I really got quicker, started being more proactive than reactive, and I think that made the difference.
Did you see the physical play that was there in game 1?
Game 1, you must have been close to Exterminator or whatever it's called, because that was a lot.
I think it's like seven demos or something like that. But he was all
He
over
was like
you.
4 or 5 or 6. Like, he was all over me. I didn't know what to do. I spawned in, dead. Spawned in again, dead. I didn't know what to do. But
He wasn't able to put some of the shots on net. You know, RNGesus was in your favor.
Yeah, that's true. That's
yeah,
true.
you were getting some nice spawns and some nice saves.
I got some good saves, but game 1 I couldn't pull it out. But yeah, I was able to pull it out game 2.
You seemed very calm and collected. Was that because not only did you know you have yourselves in the winners bracket right now, but are you confident in yourself as a ones player or anything above?
I like to think that I'm not a ones player predominantly.
Okay.
I play a lot of ones because I know it's really good to keep like your
Yes.
determination and like keeping your cool like during a match, and like knowing that in ones everything, because you have no teammates, everything is your mistake. It really helps ground yourself in terms of ego and everything in every other game mode, because you.
Well, I mean, you say ego. Go on.
No. Like if I have an ego during threes, I'll be like, oh, my teammates, that's their fault. But
Mhm.
like during ones, you can't say that's my teammate's fault because you have no teammates. That's purely your fault and your fault your own. So it really helps, help you learn from your own mistakes rather than just like, oh, that's my teammate's fault. I'm doing everything right.
Do you think this helped you grind out some of the issues you had in your 2v2? You obviously had missed some opportunities, and this gave you a chance to.
Clinicality was a pretty big problem in the 2v2 winners final there. I think first game I missed a proper 3 open nets.
Uh-huh.
I think going into the finals after the losers finals, I think I'll be a little bit warmer. I'll be a little bit more clinical, precise. Yeah, I definitely think that helped. So.
Now I have to ask you this question. What do you think is the future of UT Austin's Collegiate Rocket League team?
All right.
You're
Listen close. If UNCC is listening, right? Deweese, you're insane, right? But if we can beat Deweese, right?
Okay.
We win.
Oh my. All right. Well, you're hearing
Do that carry.
You're hearing it from UNCC
Do that
over
carry.
here, and as the #1 collegiate player in the South, I can confirm that these boys have the skill,
I'm number 2.
what it takes to pay the bill.
Do that maybe like 6 or 7. We put Juiwi and Daniel in front of him.
Juiwi, all above,
And of course Deweese.
all above good players,
Let's
good
go.
players. But congratulations on your win, and good luck to you in the rest of this series. We're gonna
Thanks
go
so
ahead
much.
and move on to the House of Llamas and going down swing. I'm wondering who's gonna join us next. My throat's getting a little sore, so I'm wondering if I can get a tag in. Oh boy, what an interesting series this is gonna be. I'm gonna go ahead and send it to a break, and we'll see you guys in a bit.
Hey guys, welcome back to Texas RL, brought to you by the number 6 or 7 collegiate player in the South, Dudat and
Kid, your favorite 15-year-old Rocket League player.
So we just saw Jack take out Tortilla in the winners finals of the singles bracket. What were your thoughts on that, kid?
I originally thought Tortilla was going to win after he took the first game, and then Jack made a really solid comeback in the series, winning, I think, the second and third game by at least 3 or 4 goals.
Yeah, Jack just absolutely came out swinging in the second and third game, going out to like a 4 or 5 goal lead in the very early stages of the match. Tortilla almost came back in that third game, brought it to 1 goal, but Jack did take it. And we're going to see Tortilla again coming up in this 2v2, House of Llamas versus Going Down Swinging. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, personally, I think House of Llamas will take the game. 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
Oh, boy.
I know both Tortilla and Ammo are really solid players. I believe they got 4th at the last Austin Monthly last month,
Oh,
or
really?
2 months ago. And they lost to, I think, Hotshot and Crazy Preacher, which are a really solid duo.
Yeah, I remember Hawkshot and Crazy Preacher. I think I played them at the South by Southwest LAN a long time ago. But for my opinion, I think my boy Daniel's going to take it with Going Down Swinging in a 2-1. It's going to be
Ooh.
close.
It'll be a close one.
But we're just waiting for the players to hop in, get ready, and we should be good to go after that. Next
Okay.
month?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
So, yeah, so next month we're going to have a Dallas LAN on the first Sunday and then an Austin LAN on the second Sunday. So,
That'll be the 3rd month this will be happening. So come
Ooh.
on down, show off your Rocket League skills. Maybe you can take first place.
win some money.
Yeah.
Ooh. Get that spicy. But House of Llamas did look pretty strong in their game against Jack and I. It was a close couple of games, both one goal affairs, and fortunately for them, they're playing in the lower bracket right now.
Oh,
So
lose this and you're out.
yeah, top 3 out of 3 teams.
So were you around for the Dallas Open?
I was not able to go to the Dallas Open. I have schoolwork to take care of. It happens as a college
Did you
senior.
did you watch it, or were you just not around at all?
I just wasn't around at all. I did catch like a couple games, but I wasn't able to watch most of it. I know Jack was at the Dallas Open. You saw him rocking the Texas RL hoodie
yeah.
earlier.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Limited availability.
Woo! Yeah, this too. This is a collegiate
Oh yeah.
hoodie, and it's limited availability. Not actually available right now. But it looks like we are
Going into the game.
close
Close.
to getting into the game. All the
That's-
players are in. I think we're just going to wait for the countdown.
That'll be a little short while here. Do you have plans to come to either the Dallas or the Austin one next month?
I'm probably going to be coming to the Austin one. It's going to be hard. Our
Cut times.
finals and stuff. But it looks like the players are going to be
Ready to
joining
go.
into the game. We're getting ready. We're going to get started. And Ammo and Daniel starting off at the kickoff. Daniel now looking
Going
for
for
a
the dunk.
50-50.
And Gremlin's there to finish the goal. Not even 5 seconds in, and Going Down Swinging is already up by 1 goal.
Yeah, it looks like Daniel's just getting a really nice read on, looked like Tortilla right there. Gremlin's just there to finish it off.
Good positioning by Going Down Swinging so far.
So quick 5-second goal into the game. Hard to tell anything so far, but nice 1-goal cushion at the beginning.
Can definitely take that momentum. Tortilla now clearing in front of the goal, trying to clear it more to the side, but Daniel's there to cut off the block or cut off the clear, scoring the goal.
Yeah, just some really nice pressure. Seeing the mistake that Tortilla had. Tortilla looks like maybe he was a little low on boost. Fortunately, not getting the touch that he wanted and leaving it in front for Daniel to put it away.
Daniel now versus Tortilla in the kickoff. Daniel winning the kickoff. popping it over Ammo. Gremlin now going up for the ball. Tortilla going for the block, but he misses, and Gremlin dunks him.
Yeah,
Going
looks-
down swinging now up 3 goals. Less than a minute in.
3 quick kickoff goals. Gremlin with a nice touch right here. Nice and soft. Ammo isn't able to get back in time. Almost got the save, but fortunately for him, they're now down by 3. Barely 20 seconds into game number 1. Going down swinging pretty hard.
Hasalama's just having a bad streak of luck. Dana now clearing it over to Tortilla, who takes possession, pops it out. Grumman now trying to keep it on the blue side. Accidentally clears it back to their own side. Tortilla going for the 1v1. Clearing it across the goal now. Grumman with 0 boost. Just taking his time on the 1v1. Throwing it up the wall now. Ammo falling it off the wall. Plenty of boosts, not much time. Gremlin challenges that very quickly, cuts off the block. Gremlin now getting another dunk on Tortilla. Daniel up for the ball already, throwing it towards the goal, a little high. Downfield now. Tortilla taking possession. Daniel there immediately to cut him off. This is some really good aggression from going on swinging.
Yeah, going down swinging, showing some nice pressure early on in this game. Still only a minute's passed. They're still up by 3 goals. This might be dangerous for them. That's going to drop right in front of net.
Oh.
Tortilla going to put that away. And House of Llama's on the board.
Seems like going on swinging panicked a little too hard on their defense. Daniel, I think, wanting to pinch it more to the side, instead gets it caught between the backboard and his car, dropping it in front of the goal. And House of Llama is able to take advantage of that, put on a point. Roman now winning the kickoff, but Tortilla's there to cut him off. Tortilla having no boost. Ammo has him to go for the 50-50 block. He does. Grumman clearing it over to the side. Tortilla actually getting a clear all the way downfield, but it's not on target. Ammo's there to follow up, and he puts it past the orange defense. 2-3 now, 3:29 left.
Yeah, it looks like Daniel just misreading the touch. Unfortunately, gonna let that go by and not falling down in the right spot. Going down swinging. Now their lead's been cut down to 1, and we still have 3.5 minutes left in the game. This could go either way.
Exactly. I do feel as though now going on swinging is panicking too much on defense, but if they just cut off all the mistakes on their rotations, they can definitely still take this game.
Sure.
Tortilla now opting to go for 1v1, flicking it over 1, but Daniel's there to cut off the ball, going into the goal. Daniel trying to follow it up. Gremlin actually following it up as well. They both double cleared it in the corner. Ammo able to hit it past both and score off of that. They're now 3-3 tied.
Yeah, Gremlin just cheating up a little too far, not saying that Ammo had control of the ball. Ammo just sneaking it past him on the sidewall. Gonna tie the game up. Still over 3 minutes left in the game. Going down swinging needs to take back the momentum if they want to win this game.
Daniel now going for a 1v1. Almost hitting it past Tortilla, pinching it all the way over to the right side wall. Daniel popping it over. Gremlin going for the ball. Tortilla taking possession. Tortilla getting a good pinch downfield past Gremlin, but Daniel's there to cut him off. Daniel now throwing it into the corner. Wanted to go for a pass, but he didn't seem to have much boost. Gremlin going for a 50-50 on both players. Ammo now clearing it over for Tortilla, and Tortilla booms it all the way down the field. Gremlin getting a nice read, throwing it all the way off the backboard, back downfield.
That was a really nice read by Gremlin to really change the pressure that House of Llamas just acquired, and now they're able to get these really nice clears downfield. That's relieving a lot of pressure for them, which is helping them a lot in that midfield, but they aren't able to take control of the ball that often.
Nah, it seems like they're ping-ponging it back and forth, not keeping possession for longer than 10 seconds. Might be a little bit of panicking for both teams, but if they were to go, I believe if either team were to go for more passing plays, they could definitely take advantage and score. Still, 2 minutes left, 3-3, so this game could definitely go either way. Tortilla hitting it over to Ammo, going for a 50-50, but Daniel's able to block him out. Daniel now throwing it downfield. Tortilla slowing the ball down, but both blue teammates backing away. Ammo cuts in. Gremlin's there, throwing it off the backboard, but Daniel rotates all the way back for boost. Throwing it into the corner now. Gremlin and Daniel both going for the same ball. Seems like it might have been a miscommunication. But Orange still has possession. Throwing it middle for Gremlin. Does not make contact.
A little over-aggressive from Gremlin. I think if he's just a little more patient on a couple of these balls, and he'll have a pretty decent chance at net.
really risky dribble in front of their goal. Gremlin's able to send it away. Ammo now hitting it back to his side, but giving up possession ultimately to Orange. Gremlin now up for the ball. Neither blue going for the ball. Ammo panicking a bit. It does really seem like House of Llamas is miscommunicating hard. They're not rotating properly in defense.
Yeah, just maybe a couple shots are being really, really close for going down swinging, and it's applying a lot of pressure on House of Llamas. They're having trouble making sure who's going for the ball and making sure they're not double committing.
Exactly. We haven't seen too many double commits from either team, but they also haven't scored, I believe, in the past 3 minutes. So seems like some pretty solid defense rotations for the most part. Just doesn't seem like either team can hit it on target properly. Ammo now taking the ball. Tortilla bumping him out. 50-50 to clear it all the way downfield. Gremlin wasn't ready, and it does seem like this will go into overtime. Blue team now throwing it in front of the goal, but Daniel's clearing it away. Tortilla up to Ammo, who clears it out a little high, and it will be over to overtime.
Close game so far. Going down swinging, starting off strong with a 3-0 lead in the first 30 seconds, but House of Llamas able to take it back, and now we're in overtime where it's been a while since anyone scored. So we're going to see if going down swinging can take it, or if House of Llamas can start off the series strong.
Tortilla now sending it downfield. Nobody there to follow up, though, so Gremlin will take possession. Daniel over to Gremlin, who's going for a backward read. Really close. Tortilla blocking out Daniel's shot. Gremlin rotating all the way back. Seems like Tortilla went for a pass, but missed contact with the ball. Ammo sending it over to Gremlin, who sends it over to Tortilla, who just sends it back into the orange side. Daniel now getting it out of the corner. Getting bumped out by Tortilla, and Ammo's able to take the ball. Doesn't seem like Gremlin has much boost, so he's panicking a little bit on defense. Tortilla lobbing it in front of the goal, but nobody's there to follow up, and so Daniel's just able to retake possession. It really does seem like both of these teams can get a good pass, but they can't follow up with their shots, and it's just a lot of ping-ponging back and forth.
Yeah, they're kind of, especially on the clears though, they're kind of just trying to get the ball away from their net. Tortilla just launches it into the orange side, and House of Llama is able to take game number 1.
It definitely does not seem like Daniel was ready for that powerful of a shot. Sending it straight into the orange goal. Daniel jumping up, but not being able to do much, and it will allow House of Llamas to take game 1.
Yeah, House of Llamas showing their mental fortitude, able to bring it back after the first 20 or so seconds. They were down by 3, but able to grind down, going down swinging. Going down swinging did go down swinging. They were able to keep it very close throughout most of the match. Unfortunately, they were just a little slow on the back end. We're going to see if they can pick it up right here, bring it back, or if House of Llamas is going to take this series in 2.
Ammo and Gremlin now in the kickoff. Seems like a pretty neutral kickoff. Daniel's able to take possession, launching it over to the blue side. Ammo taking it slow, sending it in the corner, but Daniel able to flick it over 1. Flick it over 2, it's now a free goal if Gremlin can just put it in, and he does. 13 seconds in, and going down swinging already has a point on the board.
We're kind of seeing a replication of that first match. Daniel able to get an advantage off kickoff and really translate that for his teammate Gremlin, and they're off to a quick lead yet again.
Absolutely. If going down swinging can keep this lead, and of course put on more goals, but if they can score more kickoff goals and keep the lead, they can definitely take this game. Just need to minimize the amount of mistakes they create as opposed to last game. Gremlin now popping it over. Daniel's there, but Ammo's able to block him out. Gremlin now dunking too, but the ball's lofted to the side.
Double commit right there from Orange, but I don't think they're going to get punished very much because both players were heading back towards their own goal anyways. Nice demo, but unfortunately Daniel is going to take control of that ball.
It does seem like both teams are not playing as aggressive as they should be. With some of the mistakes each team make, they should be able to capitalize, but they're not able to. Unlike this mistake, where Gremlin's able to clear it all the way down the field, put on yet another point for going down swinging.
Yeah, we aren't going to see it in the replay. Oh, a little bit of the remnants, but we saw Daniel get a demo on Tortilla in the backfield, opening up the net. And going down swinging up 2-0, about a minute into the game, so there's still quite a bit of time.
It definitely does seem like Hasalamas is not, they didn't expect as much from going on swinging, but going on swinging is definitely putting on quite the fight. And Hasalamas is having a little bit of trouble keeping up. We see Ammo now getting a demo on Gremlin, but nobody there to follow it up. And Daniel's just able to take possession yet again.
Nice cut in midfield. Going down swinging, showing some nice aggression, really preventing Hasalamas from getting out of their own net. Just cutting off a lot of touches in midfield, but now Tortilla trying to get it downfield by himself, showing that 1v1 skill that we saw earlier.
Ammo now going for a shot, but Daniel's there to clear it away. Into the corner. Ammo trying to leave him for Tortilla, but Tortilla's not there fast enough. Daniel now putting it on the goal. Ammo's not there to make it, and it'll be 3-0 in favor of going down swinging.
Quick beat. Tortilla didn't see where Daniel was, and he was able to beat him for free. Ammo still rushing back on defense. And going down swinging up 3-0 yet again. We're going to see if they're going to hold on to this lead this time around.
Pretty neutral kickoff yet again. Daniel's immediately there to cut it off. Sending it towards the goal. Ammo's just in the right place, right time, clearing it away. Gremlin with very little boost, lobbing it off the backboard. Trying to throw it out in front, but Ammo's there to immediately cut him off. Slowing down the ball now. Tortilla lobbing it straight to the goal. Ammo going for interesting redirect. Does not make contact, and Daniel's just able to clear it away.
Yeah, a couple questionable decisions. That's kind of leaving them in 1v2 situations a lot of the time, which is giving going down swing a lot of opportunities to really take back possession of the ball.
It definitely does seem like this blue team is panicking a lot more than they need to be. And it just shows continued goal after goal. Their defense is panicking, and they're not able to take possession as much and put on shots on target. Ammo now going for the contact, hitting it over Daniel. Gremlin left alone on defense. Being able to beat Tortilla to the ball. But Tortilla still there, sends it towards the goal. Daniel now throwing it downfield, but is blocked out by Ammo. Throwing it middle, but Tortilla misses the shot. And now it's Orange's possession.
Yeah, but Daniel kind of throwing away the ball there and really leaving Gremlin in the backfield. Gremlin now with control of the ball. He's trying to get it past two, but they're going to get past him again.
Well committing on defense, throwing it all the way up onto the backboard. But Daniel's already there to cut him off. Gremlin now beating out both. We see blue team double committing on offense.
Nice.
Gremlin getting a demo on Tortilla, and this will be a free goal. 4-0, minute 30 left in favor of going down swinging.
Yeah, Hasalamas stacking up right here in midfield, and one of them's going to get demoed. Even if he didn't get demoed, I think it would just be an open net anyways because of the way they were just stacked up right there in midfield corner boost. So maybe space out a little more when they're rotating back on defense, and they'll have more opportunities to really stop these shots.
It definitely does seem like Hasalamas is having a lot of miscommunication issues. Excuse me. Ammo now hitting it past Gremlin. Just seems to be panicking really hard on defense. Daniel accidentally spinning it towards the goal, and Tortilla's just there to put a point on the reward.
That was almost a really good defensive play. You see Daniel knocking Gremlin back into defense position. Fortunately, Gremlin not able to make contact with the ball, and Daniel left in a really awkward spot. Tortilla just there to finish it.
See going for kickoff now. Yet another really neutral kickoff. It does seem like all the players on both of these teams are very apt when it comes to their kickoff skills. Gremlin now throwing it down the field. Ammo beating out Daniel though, but having a bit of a mechanical issue. Tia now throwing it off the wall. Gremlin's there to cut it off, and it's just a 1v1. Gremlin versus Ammo, while Tortilla rotates back to defense. Ammo now clearing it down the field, having a mistouch. Daniel taking it from him, throwing it downfield, trying to get it middle for his teammate, who does seem to be there waiting. A little bit of a fastball though, and Gremlin's not ready for the shot. Tia following now. Gremlin getting a really nice save, good positioning, and Daniel now following it in the air. He's trying to kill time at this point.
Yeah, kill time is the name of the game right now for going down swinging. They like air dribbles are less effective, but they're pretty good at killing time. Ball's just floating up in the air, and even if you challenge it, it's not going to be immediately a goal for your team. So definitely a good way to slow down time as we near the end of this game. Looks like Going Down Swinging able to take this game number 2. We're going to go to game number 3. And Going Down Swinging looking pretty strong, bouncing back really well for game number 2.
Yes, it does seem. Going Down Swinging has definitely knocked my prediction out of the park. And it'll now be a game 3. And, I mean, this could really go either way.
Yeah, either way, for sure. We're going to see if House of Llamas can bounce back because they are looking a little more antsy on defense a lot of the times, rotating back, maybe a little stacked up at times. So look out for them to really space out a little more this game. And we're going to get right into it.
Kickoff now on the orange side, but Daniel's able to beat out Tortilla to the ball, throwing it in front of the net. Gremlin does not seem to be there for the shot. Ammo over to Tortilla now, who goes for redirect, throws it middle. Ammo's almost there. Throwing it in front. Ammo blocking out Tortilla's shot. Just seems to be bad positioning and bad communication.
I mean, that's just a little unlucky.
Yeah.
Ammo's just kind of floating in the air after he hit his first shot, and just happens to be there when Tortilla is trying to shoot the ball.
Rotate out of net fast enough. Ammo now clearing it down in the corner, but Gremlin's able to backflip into it and kill all its momentum. Daniel taking the ball now, but getting beat out to it by Ammo. Throws it over to the side. Blue now sending it into the corner, but orange sends it back. Onto the backboard now. Daniel sending it all the way over the side for Gremlin. Excuse me, not for Gremlin. Daniel beating out that 50-50, throwing it over the side. One more touch. Dunked by Ammo here. Gremlin's already there though to keep on the continuous offense. Tortilla now hitting it over 1, hitting it over 2. 1-0 in favor of House of Llamas. What are your thoughts on that play?
Yeah, looks like Gremlin maybe didn't want to touch that. Maybe let it go back to the corner for his teammate. Daniel kind of ready for the ball to roll to his corner. Unfortunately, going to give the ball to Tortilla. Tortilla just making a nice individual play over both players. I think Daniel was also low on boost. But
It's definitely a tough spot for orange defense to be in. Tortilla getting a demo on Gremlin, but his teammate's not there to finish the shot. Gremlin getting a nice pinch all the way down the field, but giving the possession straight to the blue team. Getting it over to the sidewall now. Tortilla misreading that ball, but Ammo's already there to follow up. Ammo also not being able to follow up, hitting that over to Daniel, who opts to go for another 1v1.
we're seeing a lot of 1v1 individual plays from both teams. And, oh, almost a nice pinch from Tortilla.
Daniel there.
But yeah, it looks like a lot of 1v1 plays. It's kind of like they have a lot of space, but they're not really taking control or really outplaying the teams when the players when they're in those 1v1 situations.
It definitely feels as though if they got and Tortilla getting a nice pinch off the wall, straight, not even a pinch, just a bounce straight off past both defenders and with a goal.
Yeah, really nice angle from Tortilla, really close angle. Gremlin not making contact and just gonna get it right around Daniel for a quick 2-0. 3 minutes left on the clock. House of Llamas up by 2.
But this is still anybody's game.
Still anybody's game.
I definitely feel if either team took more advantage of team passing plays, the 1-2 shots, they could definitely score more goals, either team. But it does seem to be they're going for more 1v1-esque plays and opting for the other teammate. Gremlin missed the ball. And Ammo's just able to put it in. Free goal.
Unfortunately for Going Down Swinging, Gremlin just missing this to the side. He was unfortunate, man. And we're going to take advantage of that. Make it a quick 3-0. About half the game remaining, so we're still okay for both teams. Going Down Swinging would like to be in a better spot. They were up 3-0 in the past 2 games. This time they're the ones that are down 3-0, so.
Gremlin definitely does seem to be panicking a bit more. And Ammo just able to put another one past, this time Daniel, who's making the defense mistake.
Yeah, this feels actually like how Going Down Swinging got their first few goals in the previous games, where they were applying a lot of pressure when the other team was kind of scrambling on defense, and Ammo was just really able to apply that pressure, shoot that one in.
House of Llamas definitely more up on offense now, excuse me. They're ready to punish more mistakes. They're up for more of their teammates' passes, and it's definitely showing in the scoreboard and the points. And we're now hitting it past. Daniel's there to clear it over to the side for another 1v1 play. Sending it all the way over to the left side now. Gremlins up for the ball. Getting a really weak touch though, and just giving possession over back to the blue team. Off the backboard now. Daniel's there. But Tortilla's already there for the clear. Gremlin now taking possession, sending it over to the side for Daniel. We can pop off the wall and pass it over to Gremlin.
Almost taken himself. That was almost there, but those are kind of a little pretty easy to defend. Just be a little more patient on the wall. Gremlin getting a nice demo in the backfield to get the clear, secure the clear. But that's not going to be enough as Ammo puts another one in.
Just putting more salt in the wound at this point. Minute 30 left. It'll be really tough for going down swinging to come back from this.
Nice shot from Ammo. Gonna sneak it around Gremlin on the side. I don't think Gremlin was expecting that. He saw both players just jump for the ball. One player back, but Ammo just up really fast for the ball.
Going down swinging, not going for as many team plays as they were in the last games, which were able to put them up on the board more. Like I said earlier, they were going for more 1v1 plays with leaving their teammate in the back for the clear. Not going too well though, as neither player can really beat out the defense on their 1v1s. Gremlin now. Daniel now over to Gremlin. Back to Daniel. But Daniel misses contact. He able to take possession. Putting yet another goal in.
Oh.
Nearly. Seems like Tortilla had a bit of a mistouch there. Or rather, lack of a touch. Down the field now. 50 seconds left. Daniel putting one in. And suddenly this game seems more doable for going down swinging to come back.
Still 50 seconds. 4 goals is a tall task for any team, but it's still doable. Daniel definitely wanting this one back because he just lost to Tortilla, and he wants to show him up in twos. So I'm sure he has a little bone to pick. Actually bumping his own teammate right there.
Daniel now with 0 boost, going for the 50-50 on Tortilla, sending it all the way over. Gremlin actually missing his half flip, sending it all the way over to the orange side. And we're popping it up for Tortilla, who's there. And neither orange team is able to make contact with the ball.
Yeah, we're entering Brazil territory right here as Ammo actually takes care of it, puts it in, great pass. And up 6-1 with 30 seconds. This is doable, but I don't know if they can do it.
I'm rooting more for the Brazil at this point rather than the comeback.
Ooh. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, now getting a 50-50 on Gremlin, winning, sending it over to Daniel's possession now. Daniel now up for the ball, trying to loft it middle for Gremlin, who's actually there, just puts it too far to the side and it bounces off the post.
Just off the post, really close shots now. They're kind of applying more pressure than they were in the past couple minutes, and it shows in 1 goal, but it might be too little, it's definitely too little, too late. And we are going to see the Brazil this time around, but 8 seconds left, 4-goal lead. Bar any crazy shenanigans, we should have House of Llamas
Taking the series.
taking the series.
Daniel now just going for a funny freestyle. Nope, not keeping it up, and House of Llamas able to take the series 2-1.
Yeah, House of Llamas showing up strong in game number 3. We saw them really just apply that pressure. They were down 3-0 in both the first 2 games right off the bat. This time they were the ones up 3-0, and they just kept on pounding, going down swinging, and got a goal at the end, but definitely not enough to really take the game back.
Seems as though they were putting on the pressure that they needed in the beginning too late into the game, and they just weren't able to transition everything over into offense, and that just cost them the series.
Yeah, unlucky for going down swinging. They're going to come in 3rd at the Austin Land. Local, monthly.
Number 2.
Number 2. Number
Number
2?
two.
Number
Number
what?
two.
Number
Number
2.
two.
And yeah,
Get outta here.
I am about to be playing in this next match, UNCC number 0 versus House of Llamas that we just saw. So I'll be heading out. We'll be going to break, and
We'll be going to break.
we'll see you in a little bit.
Be sure to continue tuning in.
Or I'll see you guys in a little bit on the field. See ya.
Wait, who's okay? Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here with the finals, I believe, of the 2v2 tournament with what appears to be. I'm gonna go off of a guess because we don't have that up immediately, but I'm gonna go and say UNCC and House of Llamas. All right, so we've got a rematch between the two of them. It's gonna be a best of 5. Any thoughts on these two teams, kid?
I know UNC is definitely a really solid team. We saw House of Llamas in the last series. They weren't playing up to par for the first 2 games, or in the first game they did come back, and in the second game they got beat out, and in the third game it was more of a shutout. So House of Llamas definitely needing more time to warm up, but it'll be a really tough match between UNCC and House of Llamas.
And we got to see a 1v1 in between Jack, and it was
Jack and Tortilla.
Jack and Tortilla. There you go. Jack and Tortilla. 1v1 between the two of them. Jack coming out on top with a 2-1 in a best-of-3 series, and Tortilla was unable to capitalize on a lot of opportunities he had. We saw in Game 1, he was a very aggressive play style coming after him, going for a lot of bumps, boost steals, and possession grabbing, and he was able to make the best of it, coming out with the victory in that game. Game 2 and 3, he was unable to make anything or have anything materialize from that playstyle. Jack making the adjustments to basically counteract his playstyle, and we also got to see some of Tortilla's, I guess, slower play. It wasn't exactly on to par with what we were expecting that would have him come out with the win, and it kind of is going to carry over into this series. Jack being the winner, he's obviously going to be having that momentum for his team, and Tortilla is going to be upset, and he's going to be playing with emotion. So hopefully it doesn't cloud up how they play and the quality of play that we see coming out from these two teams.
So we will see all the players joining now. We're just waiting for everything to get set up properly. It will seem as though I do believe. What are your predictions for this series?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with these boys in orange, the burnt orange. It's UT's team, not just because I believe they are a strong team, but I also want to attend school there for computer science, and I've known some of these players for a while, so I want to see them come out with the W and get what they deserve. Dudat being a keyboard and mouse player, you don't see too many of those nowadays at a high level. They're still very good players, so a bit of an oddity between these two as we go ahead and move into the first game of this best of 5.
One game advantage to winner's side.
Alrighty then, and we're going to go ahead and see the kickoff go in the House of Llama's favor. Jack missing an opportunity. Dudat really is going to have to be careful because we know that House of Llama has a very physical play style, and they like to double commit to a lot of things. So making sure that you have that one man back who's very calm and collected can be very, very helpful instead of being very, very rushed out the gate. As we see a nice shot on net be deflected by Dudat. An opportunity to put it mid, not able to jump and read that off the wall, unfortunately. And they're more or less trying to play, I guess you could say, collectively rather than very risky.
The ball being popped up now. Dudat able to cut it off. Trying to go for a follow, but running out of boost. It's an Orange's side now. Tortilla beating out Jack for the clear all the way downfield. But Dudat beating out Ammo. But it will matter. Dudat able to clear it just to the side. Won't go in the goal.
Looking for boost by Dudat. Not able to find any. Cleared down by Jack. Wasted boost by Tortilla. It's an awkward spot in the back wall. This should be over the top, and it is. Dudat reading the awkward positioning of the House of Llama's team.
So we see Ammo popping it out. Jack actually getting a pinch over. But Dudat able to cut off Tortilla for the ball, putting 1 point on the board in favor of UNCC.
Good way to set the tempo. Already 1 minute into the game. UNCC leads by that 1 point, and they are hopefully going to be able to stick with it throughout the remainder of the series. Dudat trying to keep it in the corner, bounce it out mid to his teammate who hopefully has collected boost but doesn't. Grabbing that mid boost, Dudat's going to go all the way back for the full rotation. Jack trying to remain possession and gets a awkward touch into the corner, kind of dropping it off for his teammate Jack, who is there to pick it up. Not able to get the full touch off the wall. Dudat's the last man back, takes a shot, and it's an opportunity for Ammo and Tortilla. Are they going to be able to set it up? No, Jack sends it off to the side.
Jack now up the wall, clearing it, trying to get better clear, instead popping it off the ceiling, but Ammo's not there for the mistake follow-up. Ammo now getting a really interesting save, popping it off the post and into the other corner.
Jack getting that pinch, sending it across the field. Ammo with a decent amount of boost. Jack not getting the pinch onto the orange side like he wanted to. Instead, Dudat's going to pick it up and try to go for that double tap. Shut down by Ammo. Jack picking up the mid boost. He has an opportunity to dribble on this opponent, and it gets shut down by Ammo. Dudat should be there to fill in the rotation.
UNCC definitely really solid in the rotations right now, not making sure not to double commit too much. And it's really allowing them to keep possession and not let them get scored on.
Now, we got to be careful what we're saying because we're giving them some good feedback. We've heard that the UNCC team be able to hear us before in the caster's booth, so we got to be careful. We make sure not to give them some critical information. Of course, some of the stuff that we give them can only come down to mechanical skill. So I'm not saying some of these players don't have it, but at the same time, if they're not able to perform, then what we're saying won't make a difference for them.
Tortilla now getting it past Jack. Dudat going for the 50-50. Jack cutting in to save his teammate from his mechanical mistake. Popping it middle now. Getting too big of a pinch. Sending it over to the side. Tortilla now clearing it downfield. Opting to go up off the ceiling while Ammo's in the same corner. Not able to pick up on it. But it won't matter because Ammo's going to flick it over. Jack getting a really tight save clearing into the corner. And there's nobody there on the blue side to follow it up. So Ammo's just able to retake possession.
They're trying to play a very, very aggressive game. Get the boost, and it works. UNCC getting boost starved by the House of Llamas. Tortilla getting the nice opportunity from his teammate Ammo, who centered it right over Dudat and was unable to convert while his teammate Jack was looking for boost.
It definitely did seem like UNCC panicked a bit on their defense, and it really did cost them the goal. Still 1-1 though, minute 45 left, so this game can definitely go either way. Jack now bumping their defender to the side. Dudat taking the ball down possession. Or downfield.
Whoa. a little bit of back and forth with the director camera there. Ammo going to keep it in the corner with low boost.
Ammo trying to go for a flick, but Dudat started to cut him off. Tortilla getting it over Dudat though, following it off the wall, sending it downfield, but it'll be right back into UNCC's possession. Jack now popping it off the wall to follow it. Tortilla wanted to go for that challenge, but he hesitated.
Double commit from House of Llamas. Are they able to prevent themselves from getting capitalized on? They are. Tortilla is just trying to maintain possession and trying to keep the ball within his grasp. We see both members of UT Austin's team going for that, and it looks like it's going to come straight down. No boost to and put that in the net, but his teammate Jack there sending it off the crossbar. Back to Jack. It was a missed shot. You want to call it a goal? You can call it a pass, but that was a shot on net that was not capitalized on.
It definitely does seem like both of these teams are panicking a little bit with their mechanics, especially we see that coming out from UNCC. Jack getting faked out by Tortilla there. Dudat cutting off Tortilla's flick. Ammo clearing it over to the side. Jack wanted to go for that 50-50. Pops it over though. Dudat is there. Tortilla hesitating too hard in the defense and is not able to clear the ball. But it won't matter because they're back in possession.
UT Austin trying to keep as much pressure as they possibly can on House of Llamas, and they're doing a really good job right now. We're seeing the defense break apart as we see a double commit come out from House of Llamas, and that pressure needs to amount to something, but they're not able to capitalize. It looks like we're going to go into overtime if these teams aren't able to make anything happen.
4 seconds left. Getting a 50-50. Jackson all the way downfield. It won't matter. It will hit the ground before it scores, and we're going to see overtime in Game 1. Game 2.
Game 1, we're just beginning the series, and it can seem like it's not a quite high-scoring game, but to these guys, they're not focused so much on whether or not it's Game 1. They want to just get these wins, as many as possible. Of course, you obviously don't want to be in that situation where you are 3-2 in the series down to Game 5, but at the same time, these teams are going to put forward as much as they possibly can and get this out of the net. This needs to be an open shot, and is he able to capitalize? He does. It looks like the last man missed his touch on the ball and wasn't able to convert that shot into a 50-50, and instead gives Dudat an opportunity to put that in with no contest.
UNCC definitely wanted to win that game, so it'll put them up 2 in the series as they started with the game lead from staying in the winner's side the whole time. And so then I'll be 2-0 in the series and a best of 5.
House of Llamas needs to respond strongly. They started out with very, very good placement, and they needed to set up some team plays because we're seeing a lot of individual plays. Jack trying to set up, we're going to see Tortilla trying to dribble it down the field a lot and not looking for his teammate as often as he should be. And that can be something that you develop as a lack of comfort with your teammate. You aren't too sure that they can do it, but you know what? If they're not going to do it right, then you can do it right. Dudat coming with a bump. Jack actually committing for this. Ammo being able to get this downfield. Dudat doesn't have any boost. He's dead now. This needs to be a goal.
Emma throwing it over the backboard, but Jack's able to get it off before Tortilla's able to put it on target. Emma now getting caught up, it seems, on offense. Trying to half flip back to defense. Tortilla cutting the ball off. Ammo staying back on the defensive side while Tortilla hits it over Dudat. Ammo now opting to go for an air dribble. It'll be a weak one. Jack's able to easily clear it away into the corner.
Oh boy, Dudat with the okay. He's a little upsetty. Ammo trying to retain the ball in his possession. Not able to do so. Dudat is there to go ahead and steamroll it over. Having a poor recovery, getting the wave dash. Tortilla is just going to center this, and if Dudat is around, he should be setting that up, or at least banging it off the crossbar. But it looks like Tortilla is just going to send it as far down as possible with this low boost.
Jack now sending it down the field. Ammo trying to cut it in before Dudat will, sending it all the way down the field. But Dudat will able to clear the ball off to the side. Tortilla should be going for this ball. He does. Beat out Jack to it. Putting it off the backboard now. Getting a really interesting save from Tortilla's follow-up. Putting it into the corner. Dudat taking possession.
Not as comfortable with jumping off the ground initially, waiting for the ball to come off the backboard. If they had jumped off a little bit earlier, they would have been able to put that on target. But it looks like Jack, nonetheless, is able to convert on these low-boost House of Llama players who are both in the same corner, retreating from their very, very, very all-in type of offensive play style.
Seems like House of Llamas has been panicking a little bit on defense, getting caught off on the rotations, and UNCC is just able to capitalize.
Jack missing his initial touch, but it's okay. Tortilla is just trying to defend and get in the way. Ammo is caught out. Where's Dudat? He's coming in, and it looks like Tortilla isn't able to pick up any boost other than the pennies because he's having to fill in the spot that his teammate is leaving as a last man back. He's getting touches, but they're not very significant, and they aren't contributing to very much other than just getting possession or just touching to touch the ball.
We definitely are seeing a couple of double commits come out from Orange, but it won't matter as Tortilla will get a 50-50 on the double commit from UNCC, and it will lead into a goal for House of Llamas, 1-1 in the game.
Dudat with the rotation back, thinking that he has a better shot. Jack with the exact same idea, having picked up the amount of boost that he had. Both players thought they were in the right. And in this situation, usually you want to have the goalie come back and the person that is going to fill in that rotation, let's say Jack in this instance, fill it in. But it looks like he's going to pinch off the ground. Ammo sending it straight into the net, and Jack is unable to fill in that spot, having very low boost off of the kickoff. Nothing like that is going to be very easy to save, folks, but Jack is trying to make it look but wasn't able to do so. So we see House of Llamas now up by 1 point with only 2 minutes having gone in this game.
Dudat now getting an interesting kickoff, completely missing contact with the ball. Ammo trying to throw it middle for his teammate, but Jack's there to cut him off. Dudat now taking possession, hitting it a little harder than it seems like he wanted to, but it won't matter as he'll hit it over one, and Jack's there to follow up as Tortilla's stuck on the goalpost. It'll be 2-2 again.
Ammo with the wide rotation, instead looking for the big canister instead of picking up those little pennies that can be so crucial. You really only need 12 boost, and if you know what you're doing. And you only need 12 boosts to get to the top of the goal to save any shot. So he was more focused on trying to get everything at once rather than trying to play and be positionally available.
It definitely does seem like House of Llamas is panicking, like I said earlier, really hard in defense. I feel as though if they weren't panicking as hard in defense, they would be able to take this game a lot closer. But instead, it'll just lead to the UT Austin's team to continuously score on them and take a tie in this game.
UT Austin has really good pressure. When they're trying to set up each other, they're pushing it out to the mid, and there's usually one person to fill out the sides, especially if House of Llamas is sending it down the corner. Just like right now, Dudat is ready to fill in that position and try to keep pressure again. It's a continuous cycle where they're filling in, getting boost, and boost starving, and it's very, very, very effective if executed the way it should be. Tortilla now is just going to run this up the wall, getting shut down by Dudat. He's actually going to miss the touch. Jax, though, waiting there for his teammate. Wonderful rotations from these two. They have the ability not just to fill in each other, not just because it doesn't have anything with them not trusting each other, but instead it has to do with their positioning that is so effective right now. Jack missing the touch out to the side of the corner, instead sending it straight mid. Tortilla getting the big whiff on that.
It definitely does seem like both teams, especially House of Llamas in particular, are hesitating when it comes to their contacts with the ball, and it's really just leading to the other team able to take possession away from them. And we're now clearing it middle, but Dudat's able to cut it off the post, sending it back down. Ammo popping it off the wall, opting to take it low, but Dudat's already there to take possession for the blue team.
Tortilla already in net. His rotations are very, very. The House of Llama team's rotations are very, very wide right now. And as we're going to see, an opportunity comes up for House of Llamas is not going to make contact with a shot, but it looks like it's going to hit the post, and Jack is going to be the fill-in, the spot for a 1v1 situation. Is he going to be able to dribble on him? No, he's going to bring it to the corner and instead focus on an opportunity for his teammate instead of an individual play.
Tortilla going for the 50-50 on Dudat, but Jack able to clear it away immediately. Throwing it middle now. Dudat's there. Jack's also there, clearing it too far to the side.
This is an opportunity. Emo actually throwing it very wide, and it's going to be difficult for him to manage and take a hold of that opportunity. But it seems like both players are committed. Tortilla getting the very weed off the wall, and Dudat giving up. Jack saying, no, I am not going to give up. The will and the spirit of this young collegiate player versus the tired and very, very, very wise spirit of Dudat coming to show up. Jack is saying, we need to get our shit together and we need to play to the best of our ability. Excuse my language, but these players need to pull together. You play until the whistle is blown, or in this case, the goal is scored instead of just giving up.
I've definitely seen so many times where players on either team, not in this game, but in particular, or in general, where they'll give up and then their teammate will come in with a crazy score, but it's too late because the other opponent's already there. And we're now clearing it downfield towards the blue side. Dudat taking it slow rather than booming it down the field. Taking possession, going for 50-50 on Tortilla, who sends it middle, but Ammo's already there for the touch.
Ammo with a very bad touch. His positioning got him putting it horizontally rather than down the field. Where is the defense? Looks like Ammo just answered me and fills in the spot. He's going to bring it off the backboard. Is Jack able to put this one up to the mid? It's going to be a little bit awkward for Tortilla. These boys have full sets of boost, and UNCC is not looking too hot right now. They're going to get boost starved if they're not very careful with how they manage this.
Ammo now, taking it slow down the field, throwing it into the corner, beating out Dudat. Does not seem like Dudat has much boost. Throwing it back for Tortilla, who comes in for the touch, shoots it on target, but Jack getting a backflip save. But it will matter. Jack gets yet another clear out to the side. But House of Llamas continuously keep it on the offense, sending it onto the backboard. Dudat's already there to clear it to the side.
All right, Dudat with the solo play, sending it to the backboard. Tortilla slapping it back. It's going to be a bit of ping pong as we see Jack has an opportunity to keep possession, and wow, Tortilla throwing it a fake. He doesn't want to fully commit to this. I don't know what's going on. I mean, you already have one man back. It doesn't hurt to, put a little pressure on these guys and scare them a little bit, so that way they're thinking about, hey, the next time this is the situation is set up, he's most likely going to be there, and making them think otherwise. Dudat with a rough rotation back, sending a little bump, left tap to Jack, as we see these two kind of play a bit more aggressively. House of Llama sending a player forward to try and get the demo on Jack and hopefully open up an opportunity for Tortilla, as the backboard would be a viable option.
We definitely see Tortilla taking the ball. Ammo chilling right behind him, shadowing, waiting for the 50-50. Both players now going in the corner, unsure of who's going to take the ball. Tortilla falling it off the wall, beating out Dudat. Falling again, beating out Jack. If he can throw this middle for his teammate, then this will equalize in a goal for House of Llamas.
Tortilla with low boost. Ammo probably hearing that communication from him and instead pushing up rather than having Tortilla push it all the way out. Do that, though, getting an opportunity to possess the ball. They're both in the same place. They need to capitalize on this, although Dudat isn't able to do so with the 2v1 situation in that 50-50.
Both teams are definitely double committing on certain plays, but it does not seem like the opposite team will, they're definitely not taking advantage as much. Except for that 50-50 where Jack comes in as the ball slowly bounces in front of the goal. House of Llamas scrambling to get back on defense. Not able to do anything, though, as a result in Jack scoring the goal, 3-0, and UNCC took the series.
Goalie coming out of net, and then the man in the corner. Both of them are on the other side, but it's not quite what we initially thought it was, but UNCC, with that one game advantage, will actually be taking this game, and it looks like our winners for this series will be UNCC or UT Austin's Collegiate Rocket League team. And what a well-played series this was. Jack with 7 saves, being a really, really strong player. It looks like he was probably the most well-rounded in that. And one of the main contributions to their win was Jack not giving up when it looks like the opponent had pinch that ball and put it towards the net. That was very, very difficult. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and get the winning team over here, and we're going to go ahead and ask them how they're feeling and what are their thoughts on this series.
Thank you. You wanted to get on my headset? Or? Yeah. Okay. I can just share this headset. Let's just take Jack.
Hey, Jack, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, pretty good. Good to have you back here. That was an interesting game, interesting series. There's obviously some things I want to talk about with you, mainly coming in with the 1-game advantage. Did you feel any pressure or need to perform additionally?
I was kind of thinking about how the 1-game advantage compares to a bracket reset, and the 1-game advantage feels pretty good, especially in a best of 5, where if you win 1 game, even if you win 1 game, they have to reverse sweep you. Like, that's a lot of pressure, and like, so it felt really good to get that first win under our belt and kind of play safe until they made their mistakes and we could capitalize.
Now, one of the highlights of the series was a save from you after Dudat had given up. I believe it was Tortilla who got a very tight pinch off of the wall, or was it Ammo? Either way, it went towards net, and Dudat had visibly stopped playing and given up, and you went straight into the net and pinched it out. And I could hear Dudat going, "Oh!" all the way from the other room because he was so surprised that you were able to get that. What was your mentality when going for that save?
I think at this point it's kind of like muscle memory, because a lot of times in free play I'll take like a weird shot and it'll bounce off crossbar, and out of muscle memory I'll just like try and save it off like whatever post it bounced off, because until the ball like literally explodes, it's not in yet. So you just gotta, at that point, I'm just like muscle memorying it out, like with the corner of my card, pinch it off the post and get it out. So
with a lot of players at high level, they can get very frustrated with mistakes, and they will kind of throw in the towel very easily. And with some of those things, they can actually make it a bit more difficult for you to play. But either way, congratulations on your
Thank
win.
you.
And we're going to actually go ahead and move over
Nice.
and kill
I'd
it
like
all.
to dedicate my win to Duis, my idol. UNCC for life.
A shout out to Deweese. Congratulations. And we're going to go ahead and end this Texas RL stream. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And we hope to see you guys in the future.